Sup folks, StugeGG here with something a little bit different on the channel, a little bit different in the sense that we are uploading a VOD from our Twitch streams. We've done visual novels before, which is what this game is, actually a visual novel that I'm really enjoying so far, and that we're planning on finishing on this Wednesday night's Twitch stream, unless it goes a little bit long, and then we might do it Thursday as well. But I just wanted to try putting the VOD up here. You can actually just go to twitch.tv/StugeGG and watch it there as well if you want to see the chat, since this is just the gameplay and the webcam and everything from that. But for people who don't follow me on Twitch and wouldn't have a chance to see this otherwise, I just wanted to throw it on YouTube. But I hope you enjoy. Let's see what happens here. Yeah, let me know if my mic's volume is too high, too low. I accidentally scroll wheeled the volume slider and really goofed it up. So I think it's back where it was, but if it's too much, let me know. Ooh, I think my head, hold on. I'm afraid, yeah, I'm gonna slide over on that, hold on. There. I can still, if I shift around too much, it almost looks like the words are coming out of my mouth. Okay. Are you lonely? I want to be your friend. Won't you be my friend? Yeah, sure. I'll see you soon, my friend. There's gonna be no voice acting in this whatsoever, I'm pretty sure, so it's just me reading. I honestly cannot remember what the story is. This came out, I want to say January. I think you wake up in a video game or something? I don't know. I wake up slowly, my head hurts. What happened? I squint at the bright sunlight and ease myself up. I'm in some sort of town square. This place isn't familiar at all. I rub my head. The last thing I remember is nothing. Where was I before this? Where am I from? Something tells me this town isn't it. Fuzzy thoughts make it difficult to focus. Okay, maybe it's not. Maybe there's another game I was reading about that you wake up inside a video game getting seduced by women or something like that. So we'll see how this might be still that, but it looks like it's supposed to be kind of funny. If not, it's going to be funny just for the sake that it's really stupid and we can make fun of it. But I look around for somebody who can tell me what happened, but the area is empty, deserted. It sends a shiver through me. Hayato. Hello? My voice shatters the silence. No one answers. The town is as quiet as if it's been abandoned. I can't shake the feeling that something strange is going on. Text feels like a little bit hard to read in the format it's in, but maybe I'm just crazy. Something growls behind me. I stiffen and whirl around. Is there combat to this? Well, what are these? One lunges forward and stabs my leg. I jump back. In the back of my mind, a tiny voice whispers that there should be some sort of dramatic music. Hey, what do you know? There's dramatic music in the background. I'm trying to look at the volume levels. I think it's probably lined up pretty good in terms of the music for volume. Maybe I need to turn myself up a little bit. Okay. One lunges. I already said this. Great. I'm not only being attacked, I'm cracking up. As I stare at the monsters, I can't help but think this feels less like a wild animal attack than a video game. But it doesn't matter. Either way, I don't know how to fight them. As the second one prepares to lunge, I flee. The monsters give chase as I race across the square. Up ahead, two more jump out from between buildings. Oh no, now there's four. Ugh. I lift my hands to shield my face as all four monsters close in on me at once. Get down! This probably should be a female voice. The sudden voice startles me, but I obey. I drop to the ground. He brushes my skin as the air above me explodes into fire. Quite an explosion. When the fire fades, the monsters are gone. Only ashes remain. I lift my head and stare in shock at the woman who approaches me. Achievement unlocked. How about that? Oh, I don't have the thing on, so you can't see the achievements. Oh well. Are you alright? I wouldn't call my current condition alright. I'm lost, confused, just got attacked by monsters, and I might have amnesia. On the other hand, I'm physically unharmed, and that's probably what she means. Yes, you came just in time. What were you doing out here alone? I'm not sure. I woke up by the fountain. What were those monsters anyway? How did you defeat them? Was that magic? You're not from around here. I'm not, although her flat tone makes it clear it's a statement, not a question. Must be obvious I'm a stranger here. Come on, welcome to Lightshire. My name is Shiori. I'll show you around. So Shiori, we're Hayato. Thank you, I'm Hayato. I might be emphasizing that wrong. As we head through the town square, people emerge from their homes. Some look upset or annoyed, but not really as shaken as they should be for people whose town was just attacked by monsters. Did they know the monsters were coming? Of course, we all saw the flash. Flash? A flash of light that signals a monster attack. Only adventurers ready to fight go out when they see the flash. Okay, it's supposed to be a video game. I think it's a video game. Oh. Anyway, the inn is over there. You probably want to stop in soon, although it can wait a bit since you said you're fine. Wait, what does that have to do with the inn? If I was hurt, wouldn't I go to a hospital or something? He stops walking and turns to face me with a puzzled expression. Puff of smoke. Or breath, not smoke. Really aren't from around here. Where do you live? I don't know. She looks skeptical and I don't blame her. I can't remember anything before I woke up by the water fountain a few minutes ago. Oh, well, we'll figure it out eventually. On second thought, there's nearly as much skepticism as someone should show toward a stranger who woke up in a town with no memory of how he got there. We will? Of course, that's how these things always work. Yeah, okay, it's supposed to be a video game. What things? But for now, it sounds like I better start with the basics. Follow me. Still confused, I follow her as she marches into the inn. This is the inn. Doubles as a tavern. If you need a meal or a place to sleep, this is where you'll want to be. Normal so far. A rest at the inn also heals your wounds, so you should also come here if you're injured. I don't know if it's gonna play like an actual RPG. I think it's just 100% visual novel. I think they're just going through the RPG tropes, I hope. And normalcy disappears. Why? Why what? Why does sleeping in an inn heal wounds? Why wouldn't it? Because you need medical attention. Aren't there hospitals? Oh yes, hospitals are used for illnesses. Why can't an inn heal sick people? Why would they? We're going in circles. It makes as much sense as injuries healing when you sleep at an inn. Do you just like to argue or something? Before I can protest, a soft voice interrupts us. Do you come from a place where inns don't heal you? The newcomer stares at me in fascination. Shiori looks like she thinks I'm crazy. Yes, I think so. That's weird. No wonder you're so out of sorts. If you come from such a backward place, the inns don't even heal you. But inns, I mean hotels, they don't... Why would... You can't just sleep off major injuries. Wow. Relax. Here inns work the way they're supposed to. They heal everything except illnesses. Oh, and they can't revive the dead. I should hope not. Well, let's go. I glance at the other girl, who gives me a confused shrug, and then I follow my guide back outside. Over there is the church. Come on. What do you do here? You bring back the dead. Pray, worship? What else can you do in a church? In this town, I have expected answer like you go to church to save your progress or something equally ridiculous. Yeah, there you go. So remember, when you pray, the gods reflect upon your life and thereby record your deeds forever. So I was right. The thought doesn't come from me. This isn't real life, it's an RPG. Am I dreaming? Why can't I remember anything about my real life except that this isn't it? Of course, you can pray anywhere. It doesn't have to be in a church. Okay, you can save anywhere. I like that face. You look distressed. Did the gods smite your family and now you're on a crusade against the heavens? What? No. Calm down, it's just a guess. Something is seriously wrong with this girl. Who meets a stranger and calmly guesses that they're out to kill gods? Let's ask about the gods. So, what gods are worshipped here? Looks like a Christian church, but she clearly said gods, plural. You worship other gods? She sounds fascinated. I've heard of such places, but it's rare to meet someone who doesn't follow our pantheon. Oh. The gods oversee every aspect of life, especially when it comes to adventuring. That's why the church is so important. I see. I don't really get what she means, but sure, why not? There are many different gods. Most of us follow the entire pantheon, but some people devote their lives to one god in particular, the god of healing, for example. You can discuss that with the priest if you're interested. Maybe another time. But now I have to ask. What's up with the cross? Huh? That's a symbol of our religion. The vertical beam represents the realm of the gods, extending from the underworld into the heavens. The horizontal beam represents our world. Since our worlds intersect, the cross is a symbol of our relationship with the gods. Ah, my mouth's getting dry already. That's a much better explanation than I expected, actually. Do you come from very far away? Yeah, I guess I do. Thanks for explaining. No problem. Now I just need to figure out what I'm doing here. There's still a few more places you should see. Many people sell their wares here. There are two shops in particular you should keep in mind. The equipment shop sells weapons and armor, and the alchemist sells potions. Potions? Healing potions, mana potions, etc. Do you say mana? Yes, if you're a mage like me, mana is critical. I feel dizzy. I'm in an RPG. What's happening? Has virtual reality come this far? You want to buy anything now? No, I'm good. Are you sure? She reaches out and grabs a fistful of my shirt. Hey, this seems pretty flimsy. Starter gear if I had to guess. Is it a money problem? I suppose I can buy you some equipment just this once to help you out. Starter gear? Equipment? I stare at her. She sighs. Wait here. He recognizes it's an RPG, but then he's not following like the story. I don't know what he's doing. You're the king. She disappears into the equipment shop and returns a few minutes later with clothes folded over her arm. She holds them out to me. I don't get to see them. This should provide a little more protection. You bought me clothes. Don't read too much into it. I just wanted to help you get a good start. How do you know if they'll even fit me? What are you talking about? When you buy gear at the equipment store, it fits. Put it on and find out. Outside? Why not? She's joking, right? She wants me to change clothes out in the open in front of her and any random villagers who happen to walk by. I have a little more dignity than that. I look around something I can stand behind. Don't tell me you don't know how to equip gear. Are you sure I shouldn't do it inside? What's the matter with you? Some adventurers change their gear in the middle of a dungeon. Well, if she insists, when in Rome, do as the Romans do. With an embarrassed shrug, I start to take off my shirt, but an exasperated groan from Shiori makes me freeze. Honestly, even most new adventurers don't equip all their gear first. Do you know how complicated that could end up being? You want me to put on these clothes without taking mine off? Any adventurer can replace their equipped gear like that. All the things she said finally come together in my mind. Wait a minute, you're talking like I'm an adventurer too. I don't want to fight monsters. Oh? You'd rather sit around and let other people solve your problems? What if you get caught in another monster attack? I won't always be there to save you, you know? If you don't learn a thing or two, you'll end up dead. But I glance around at the townspeople who hid in their homes when the monsters came. Shiori must realize what I'm thinking because her enraged expression deepens. They live here, you don't. If you want to live here, you need a job. The easiest way to earn money is through adventuring. Most of the people here took on at least a few quests to get started. And don't you at least want the ability to defend yourself? You're at such a low level. Quests? Levels? This must be a weird dream. I might as well enjoy it while it lasts. In the morning I'll wake up to whatever my real life is. I've always liked video games, so why not make the most of this dream? He doesn't remember anything, but remembers he liked video games. Alright, I'll become an adventurer. Finally, since you're low level, I'll fair with you until you're strong enough to handle the monsters yourself. I'd really like you to be here, you know? Imagine if you woke up in Highwire to the north. The monsters around there are vicious. Aren't people born there? How do they become adventurers? With a lot of difficulty and pain. Great. Ready to equip your gear? Though it feels stupid, I attempt to put on the clothes she handed me. Not only does it fit perfectly, but my own clothes seem to vanish. Great! I look around in confusion, but my old clothes are nowhere to be seen. They must be somewhere. Let's go grab a few simple quests. Wait! I give up on my search and hurry after her as she heads through the town square. The building she leads me to is crowded. Adventurers stand everywhere talking and practicing their skills. Well, I'm gonna adjust my mic volume a little bit again. Hopefully this isn't too much. Hopefully that's good. I think it looks good on the mixer, so I'm hoping it's good. Actually, let me just do this. Let's see if that works. It might be much louder now than it was a minute ago, but I'm thinking that should be a better level. Okay. Sure. Welcome to the town hall. This is where adventurers train their skills, accept basic quests, and turn in completed quests. Also, if you ever want to know more about the world or join a guild, the town hall is the place to ask questions. I feel like none of this actually comes into play because it's not a real game in terms of us actually moving around. I think it's just gonna be like they're just going through the tropes of the starter of a game. She walks through a large signboard on one side of the room and notices and scraps of paper cover it. These are quests? Yep, you can get quests from people in town too, but minor ones are posted here. Fetch quests, monster bounties, and so on. Did you say fetch quests? Yep, like this. She snatches a scrap of paper from the board. The innkeeper needs 4 baskets of blueberries to make pie for this weekend. Now that we've accepted the quest, we can go out, get the blueberries, and bring them back for our reward. It's called a fetch quest. We know all about those. Uh-huh. My video game dream is self-aware. What next? Level grinding? Okay. I'm actually freaking out hold on. I'm freaking myself out about whether the volume level's good or not. So I'm gonna test it real quick. Because it's really bugging me. Okay, so I'm basically recording something right now. We've got the sound in the background, myself talking. So I'm going to really quick now listen back to this. So we're going to, hold on. Options, so I'm gonna mute this for just a second. And I'm gonna listen to that. Okay, so I'm basically recording something right now. We've got the sound in the background, myself talking. So I'm going to really quick now listen back to this. Okay, we can turn that down a little bit. I think. I'm gonna test it again one more time here. Let me check something. Check my volume on my headphones to see where I have it to where my usual setting is. Making some beeps and boops. Okay. I apologize for this. I just want to make sure I don't do the entire stream with the volume being out of control. I'm gonna test it again one more time here. Let me check something. Check my volume on my headphones to see where I have it to where my usual setting is. Okay. Making some beeps and boops. That sounds perfect. That sounds perfect. Okay, back to it. Is it auto-saving on its own here? Oh yeah, it is. We'll do our own save. Okay. Return. Back to the game. Yeah, I think I have it back where it was in terms of my audio before. It just looked like it was a little bit lower than usual, but I think it's bouncing to a perfect level, so I think we're good. Okay, she takes 2 more notices from the board. Here's a bounty for 10 whammers. 10 what? Whammers. They're a type of monster. This other quest is for 5 whammer pelts, so we can get these done at the same time. This is good. Quests like these will make it easier for you to earn experience without grinding. These people do know about level grinding. I shouldn't be surprised. This is my dream after all. If I thought about it, of course it exists in the dream world. Is this lucid dreaming? I've heard about it, but I was never able to do it before. While she selects a couple more quests and explains them, my mind wanders. What else do I have control of in this world? Can I change the weather? Teleport? You mentioned level grinding after I thought about it. Maybe I can get her to bring up fast travel. Fast travel, fast travel, fast travel. Why are you staring at me like that? It's rude. Is there any way to travel from place to place quicker than walking? Yes, they're called horses. Faster than that, I mean. Dr. Takizawa, Takizawa might be working on a faster method of transportation. There's nothing available to people yet as far as I know. No whammies. Never mind then. Maybe I can only do it subconsciously. Ready to head out? Shouldn't I get a weapon first? You don't even have a weapon? Nothing at all? Fine, let's go. Ooh, do I get a pick? Go to the equipment shop and buy something you think you can fight with. Reach in my pockets and hope that my subconscious, despite not providing me with a weapon or knowledge about combat, gave me a wallet. No such luck. Oh, I don't have any money. I'll pay, but just this once. You better pay me back as soon as you get enough money from fighting monsters. I will. She walks with me to the equipment shop. Under her impatient stare, I select a sword that is neither too unwieldy nor too expensive. She pays, shoves it into my hands, and leads me back outside. Just a sword? I stare at the sword, feel strange and unfamiliar. Am I really going to do this? Oh man, what's wrong? A clueless look on her face. We better stock up on potions. I'll be right back. He marches into the alchemist shop and returns a few minutes later with several healing potions. Here. He hands them to me with the sword still in my hands. It's difficult to hold the glass potion bottles. When I finally have them, I hold as still as possible. I don't dare to move or they'll fall everywhere. Sorry, just adjusting one more thing. What are you doing? Put those in your inventory. My inventory? Right. How do I do that again? Seriously, just put them in your inventory. Next you'll be asking me how to breathe. I stare at her in disbelief. Do I really have a magical inventory I can put these potions in? Is that where my clothes went? She scowls at me for a moment, then takes the potions from me. One by one she takes them and they disappear. How did you do that? I put them in my inventory. Would you show me how? Really, this is the sort of thing you should ask your parents about. Memories of my parents are fuzzy and fade my mind, but I'm pretty sure they're not in this world and would stare at me in utter bewilderment if I asked them how to open an inventory. At best, they'd think I want to manage a store. Are you ready to fight or not? Oh, right, sure. I glance at the sword in my hands. If I need to put it in my inventory, you should equip that. Back. Somewhere in the back of my mind, I've always wanted to dramatically whip a sword from my back and charge into battle. I swing the sheathed sword over my shoulder and attempt to attach it. That's how you're going to carry it? Can't I? Go ahead. I fumbled the sheath straps. You'll be able to draw from that position though. Putting the sheath around your waist would be better. Oh, I screwed up. Then why did you let me try? She shrugs but seems amused. Great, now she's having fun at my expense. With a sigh, I position the sheath at my waist like she recommended and practice reaching for my sword. Reasonable enough. Step 1 complete. I have a weapon within reach. The tricky part comes next. Just outside of town. I hope like that choice, me picking the wrong thing, doesn't make her hate me. Just outside of town, a grassy plain extends in all directions. To our north, it meets a dark line of trees. In the east, jagged mountain peaks stretch high into the sky. It looks peaceful, normal, like something I'd see back home. Then a winged monster soars overhead and ruins the feelings. Ruins the feeling. Whoa! Don't worry, they won't attack unless you intentionally aggro them. For now, let's stick to these guys. Little slimes. These are whammers. Why are they called that? Walk up to one of them. A little hesitant, I eye the whammers. They're monsters, but they're kind of cute. They don't look very fast or strong, so it's probably safe. I take a few tentative steps towards the closest one. Immediately, its body compresses and then flies towards me like a rubber ball and slams into my chest. With the air knocked out of me, I gasp and backpedal. Wham! You don't have to look so pleased with yourself. You did ask. A practical demonstration wasn't exactly what I had in mind. Now it's time to get your revenge. Jump in for a basic attack. I drop my sword, but hesitate. My hand fits nicely around the hilt, but the blade's unfamiliar weight makes me feel awkward. Worse, I can't help but realize the whammer only attacked me when I approached it. Now that I'm at a safe distance, it ignores me again. They bounce around happily together. Are you sure we have to fight these things? Now you're feeling sorry for the monsters? They seem so innocent. I don't want to kill them. Ugh. Will you get a grip? Don't think of it as killing. They respawn just like we do. If you kill these whammers, they'll lose any items they had and be set back a bit. That's all. Really? They don't die? I can't believe you don't know something so basic. How did you even get here? I don't know. I told you. I can't remember anything before waking up by the fountain. Oh right, memory loss. Ugh. I'm sorry? Amnesia's cliche. It is cliche. I didn't lose my memory on purpose. Sure. Okay, for a basic attack, just swing your sword at one of the whammers. You okay with it now that you know they'll respawn? I nod and raise my sword. It still feels wrong to hurt something so cute. I remind myself that this was an RPG. I'd kill my way through hordes of these things without any qualms. With that in mind, I run forward to attack the whammer. It recoils as my sword strikes it, then bounces towards me. Remember the last attack and jump out of the way. Evasion! Nice! Ow. She lifts her hands. Oh, that's just a fireball. She lifts her hands and a fireball appears. It crashes into the whammers with much more force than my attack had. Smoke clears, they're gone. One pelt, a potion, and a pile of gold lies on the ground. The pelt I understand, but these monsters had items in gold? She gathers up our rewards and gives me a withering stare. Of course, they kept them in their inventories, which is more than I can say for some people. Go, try another basic attack. I'm slightly more confident this time, although she still defeats the whammers in a single blow after I make my attempts. All the same, she seems pleased. You're doing well, now follow me. The blueberry bushes. I was gonna say the blueberry blushes. The blueberry bushes are this way. This seems like a really weird... Well, can I... Oh no, hold on. Can I hide this? Like in history... Can I... Hold on. Is there, no controls. I want to see if there's a way for me to hide the, Let's save it real quick, just in case, too. In case I accidentally hit something. Tab? No. Hold on. Tab was not the correct option. Hold on. Spacebar usually one forward. Yeah, okay. Backspace? Nope. Let's try a few other things. Okay, that does that. We did that already. Try that. That does that. Okay. I don't see a way to actually make it go away. So hold on, let me load real quick. Since we accidentally skipped a bunch of stuff. Hey Meowka, how you doing? I'm not that this isn't really covering a ton. I guess if it was like a if it wasn't an opaque box, I'd be a little bit more worried about it. But usually there's a way you can hide that. But oh well. I haven't done a simple quest like this in a while. It's nice. I remember picking berries when I was a new adventurer. You're so much stronger than me. That's because you're new at this, and the amnesia makes it worse. Even beginning adventurers know the basics. I'm sorry. You can make it up to me by helping me pick these blueberries. Why's her mouth like a gape? But I... Oh, you don't know how to use an inventory. I forgot. Do I play Osu? I feel bad. I don't remember what that means. I don't remember what that means. Uh-oh, my shoulder's not covering some of the text. Now it's longer. But how are you doing? Yeah, we got people popping in now. To make it a little bit more fun here. Oh god. I just accidentally almost closed out the stream. That would have been bad. Then we would have had to start back up. What would I do? She sounds back to me closer. I step closer to that. Yeah, there we go. Ah! She plucks a handful of berries from the nearest bush and holds them out. I accept them. Like with the potions, I don't know exactly what to do except hold them uselessly. She scans me up and down while I fidget, then she nods. Put them in your pockets. Excuse me? Inventory is very based on your clothes. Your pockets seem like our best bet. Rhythm game. I can't see this ending anyway except with blueberry stains all over my pants. I'm not shoving blueberries in my pockets. Oh yes you are. Nope. If you don't, I'll do it for you. Don't. Oh, here's where it gets out of control. She's gonna stick her hand in my pocket. One look into her eyes convinces me she isn't bluffing. With a sigh, I put the handful of blueberries in my pockets and brace myself for them to be squished into a horrible mushy mess. That doesn't happen. I cautiously look down my pants. They're fine. I reach into my pocket and pull out an intact blueberry. I return it just as easily. My pockets don't have nearly that much room. They've apparently become portals to another dimension. Shiori bursts out laughing. What's so funny? Your face, you look so shocked. She doesn't look shocked. She's not moving at all. The blueberries? How? Where are they? They're in your inventory now. That doesn't make much sense, or any sense. She groans and fixes me with an irritated stare. Even when you learn how to do something, you have to confuse matters by questioning it. Explaining things to you is infuriating. Why bother trying? If you don't want me to... No, I didn't mean it that way. I'm grateful for your help. I really am. You've done so much. Fighting weak monsters and collecting blueberries can help you a lot, and my questions annoy you, so why form a party with me? You could have sent me out here alone. Especially if it's so infuriating for her to deal with me. But I don't say that out loud. For a few minutes, she gathers blueberries in silence. I hope, even though it still feels strange to me. Maybe she isn't going to answer. Then, at last, she sighs. When I was new, it would have meant the world to me if someone helped me out. No one did. No, I learned everything on my own. I'm sorry to hear that. Don't be. It made me who I am. You, on the other hand, would be doomed if I sent you out on your own. I open my mouth to protest, but she's probably right. Instead, I watch quietly as she continues to collect blueberries. At last, she straightens. But that should be enough. Ready to face the whammers again? Lead the way. Well, now it's nighttime. We fight several groups of whammers as the day wears on. My awkwardness fades, and soon I feel comfortable with the sword. I also feel different in a way I can't quite explain. When you get back to town, you can use your skill point. My what? This amnesia is really annoying. You're telling me Each time we fought, you gained experience. Since you're new, fighting whammers was enough for you to easily level up. That's why we fought so many. For a little bit of level grinding. Level grinding means I know about grinding. She's so excited. You do? Great. Maybe your memories are returning. No, I've just played old RPGs. I kept that thought to myself. After that last battle, you'd earned enough experience to gain a skill point, which you can spend to learn a special skill. There'll be something else you can do in battle aside from your basic attacks. She looks up at the sky, where stars twinkle softly above us. Stronger monsters come out at night. We should probably go home. Alright. This still feels strange, but I'm starting to enjoy it. Part of me doesn't want this dream to ever end. It probably won't, unless that's the end of the game. Getting back out of the game. When we get back, we return to the town hall. We'll turn in our quest here, but first, why don't you learn your first skill? Ow. Over here! She leads me to a corner of the room filled with wooden training dummies. Next to the arena, a man sits at a table with a thick folder in front of him. Talk to him to exchange your skill point for a technique. A little uncertain, I approach the table. I like to, use my skill point? Here, which skill would you like? Pulls a sheet of paper from the folder and passes it across the table to me. It's a list of combat skills, with level requirements listed next to them. When I fought the whammers, I couldn't help but wish I was better at protecting myself from their attacks. I looked through the low-level defensive skills. What does shield do? That should be good for you. Let you temporarily raise your defense against physical attacks, although it costs you mana to use it. Is that what you'd like to spend your skill point on? I return the list to him. Yes, I want to learn shield. Good choice, you strike me as a tank. I don't bother to question why this world knows RPG terms like tank. I'm just going to have to go with the flow here. He opens his folder, pulls out a paper labeled shield, and hands it to me. It looks like instructions on how to channel mana into my defense. This folder is filled with pages about other skills. Some, probably the most advanced techniques, have entire booklets. Good luck. Thank you for your business. He closes the folder and looks down at the table, so I assume he's done with me. He must have taken my skill point, somehow. Why question dream logic? Now, do I practice against the dummies? You can if you want, but it's fine to wait for a real battle. I'll wait. After all the battles I fought earlier, I'm too tired to practice right now. Besides, the instructions don't seem too complicated. I should be able to figure it out when I try it. Okay. She leads me to a desk at the far end of the room. According to the sign above it, this is where quests are turned in. Here are the quests we completed today. She passes the notices from the board, along with the pelts, blueberries, and other fetch quest materials. Across the desk to the receptionist. We... listed like that. You're in a party? That's right. Conversation ceases as adventurers turn to stare at us. The town hall falls silent for a moment, but then sounds give way to whispers. Shiori's in a party. Look, he must be her party member. I look around in bewilderment. Her face changed. She's embarrassed. Did we do something wrong? Aren't parties common? Here are your quest rewards. I hope you know what you're doing. I take my share of the rewards with more than a little confusion. Mainly gold, although I feel like I've earned more experience returning these quests too. Thank you. Despite her polite words, her tone is clipped and angry. That wasn't my tone. Sorry. And thank you for your concern. We know exactly what we're doing. Maybe you do, but does he? I'm adventuring. I'm an adventurer now, so I did some quests. That's what I'm supposed to do, right? And your party member, you really don't know? Know what? My confusion prompts a new flurry of whispers and murmurs among the gathered adventurers. Shiori scowls and spins around. People scatters as she marches towards the door and I hurry after her. Did something happen? Outside, she stops at a short distance away and puts her head in her hands. Aw, what was that all about? I don't want to talk about it. Even if this is just a dream. Sorry, the text is a little bit tough to read. I don't know why, if it's just the white on a, like not having a full background behind it, it's just throwing me off a little bit. Even if this is just a dream, she seems upset. I don't want to see her upset, especially after how much she helped me out during the day. Did I do something wrong? No. Then what? I told you, I don't want to talk about it. She storms off. Wait, Shiori! She hears me, she doesn't look back. I start to fall and stop. Maybe she wants to be alone right now. I've only known her a single day. She probably won't appreciate me following her at a time like this. Well, it's late anyway. I should head to the inn and see about getting a room. At least I have a little money now. It should be enough. This is a nice place. I settle into my bed and close my eyes. What a strange day. Once I fall asleep, the dream will end. I'll wake back up in the real world and have a wild story to tell my friends. Maybe I'll figure out what that last weird part was about. Tired from the battles, I sink into sleep. Oh no, I didn't go back to the real world. Sunlight wakes me up, and I open... It's kind of weird, there's like nothing on it. That bed doesn't look very comfortable. You got a single pillow, one candle. Sunlight wakes me up, and I open my eyes with a yawn. What a strange dream. It felt so... Oh, because he realized he didn't actually wake up, I was somewhere else. My thoughts grind to a halt as I blink through the bleariness of sleep and focus on my surroundings. I'm not at home, I'm at the inn. The inn! It wasn't a dream, I really am stuck in this strange world. But we quickly just got to that conclusion. And I have no idea how to get home. Well, we'll figure it out. I sit at a table alone and try to eat the food I bought for breakfast. I barely taste it. My mind is a blur from the realization that this is really happening. I've had dreams within dreams before, but now I'm convinced I'm really awake this time. But what can I do about it? My memories are still fuzzy. I can't remember much about my old life at all, let alone how I got here. It's difficult to concentrate amid all the noise. The tavern must be a popular breakfast spot as it's currently filled with clientele. So what's her name? Excuse me? Her voice is so quiet, it takes me a moment to hear her over the din. Can I sit here? Here? With me? Sorry. No, I don't mind, you just surprised me. She sits down and doesn't say another word until the tavern waitress stops by to take her order. Then she falls silent again. It trudges on until I feel the need to break it. What sort of company am I if I don't even try to make conversation? What brings you here? I wave my hand around at the crowded tables. She must have sat with me because my table has the only empty seats in the place. Looks like most people came with groups of friends to have a good time. You don't? I stop, unsure if I can finish the question without insulting her. I don't want to outright say she came without any friends, or ask why she didn't eat breakfast at home. Maybe she can't cook. I shouldn't have said anything at all. But her eyes light up with understanding. Oh, I'm staying at the inn. Really? You don't look like a traveler. Though really, how would I know? So much about this world is still unfamiliar to me. I'm not really. My name is Aiko, and I came here to live. I'm Hayato. I don't have enough money yet to buy a house or rent a room. The innkeeper lets me work here in exchange for meals and a place to stay, while I search for a better job. Why don't you become an adventurer? I'd rather not. Are you sure? I've only done it for a day, and already I was able to get a room here and buy food. Money left over to spare. She lowers her gaze and stares at the table. Let's sympathize. I mean, I guess adventuring isn't for everyone. I wasn't convinced at first either. Really? Yeah, fighting and taking on quests, it's not really my thing. Not to mention I still expected to wake up from this dream yesterday. What changed your mind? Another adventure convinced me I should try it, so I'd have a way to support myself. And you know what? It's not so bad. Now that I know we don't actually die when we're defeated, it's kind of fun actually. It's like living in a JRPG. Virtual reality has nothing on this. Oh. Even though she hasn't eaten breakfast yet, she stands up. I'm sorry, I have to go. Wait, is it something I said? No, it's just goodbye. Thank you for keeping me company. Then she hurries out of the tavern. By the time I get outside, she's already gone. This is starting to become a pattern. Last night, Shiori ran off inexplicably. Now Aiko did the same. Maybe it's me. Who knows how many breaches of etiquette I might make because I'm unfamiliar with this world. There you are, did you sleep well? Oh, yes, well enough. I heard cautiously. It's probably best if I don't bring up last night's incident unless she does. I just wanted to check how you were doing, since I got you started as an adventurer yesterday. Thanks. For a moment, neither of us says anything. Finally, I clear my throat. Why do I have to be the one to break these awkward silences? Do you want to do more quests today? As a party? I understand if you want to do something more in line with your level. No, that'll be great. Let's see what quests have been posted. More fetch quests and monster slaying. I switched voices mid-thing there. Not that I'm not doing real voices here, I'm just kind of changing inflection. But it is what it is. Actually, do you think you're ready to take on your first NPC quest? What does that mean? The quest someone gives you personally, instead of posting a notice about it. It's usually a bit more involved. Yes, but NPC? She stares at me like I'm crazy, but I can't help my reaction. Inventory is leveling up fetch quests. It's all bizarre enough already, but these people can't seriously refer to non-adventurers as non-player characters. Yes, NPC! She speaks very slowly. Oh, I didn't say it slowly. As if it'll help me understand. A necessary personal contact quest, or NPC quest. What? The term is a throwback to the early days of the adventuring system. Back then, everyone started asking adventurers to do things for them. So Guildmaster set up guidelines about which quests should be handled by the town hall and which shouldn't. Guildmaster, that must be the guy in charge of adventurers. Basically, if you don't want to go through the town hall, your quest has to require personal contact with the adventurer in question. If you just need some berries gathered, you can write the instructions and put them on the signboard. You're not allowed to bother adventurers personally if it's not necessary. That seems strict. She shrugs. Like I said, it's a throwback. Everyone's so used to the system now, it's not really enforced, so are you interested? Sure, how do we find an NPC quest? He taps the paper on the signboard. If someone has an NPC quest, they post notes for interested adventurers. This one was posted by a priest. I try to imagine priests back home asking people to go out and kill monsters for them. The thought is so ridiculous, I can't hold back laughter. Ha 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 ha. Are you alright? Yes, it's just, never mind. I bet it's a lady priest with big boobs. That's my guess, lady priest with big boobs. Well, probably, well, I'm just basing it off of what's happened so far. You're finished with your random fit of hysterics, follow me. The church is quiet and empty. I wonder who we're supposed to see about this quest. Beats me. You know, this little church hasn't changed a bit since I was a child. So much about the town changes from year to year, but the church stays the same. It's comforting. I smile, although I still don't have a good grasp of this world's religion. I used to pray we return to an era of peace, free from monster attacks. Return? You mean the monsters didn't always attack? Not like this. The monsters that attacked when you first arrived, the ones that warp in after a flash of light, those attacks are a relatively recent occurrence. It's happened for years, but it wasn't always like this. Oh, why did they start attacking? No one knows. Anyway, I prayed the monsters would go away. Eventually I realized the gods wanted me to become an adventurer to bring about the peace I longed for so much. I'm not necessarily saying I prefer the 2D girls with boobs, but in a game like this, I'm just making that assumption. Or actually, I guess there could be like a lolly character too. Because this one's obviously not a lolly. The other one, Aiko, I didn't seem like one. Usually they'll put one in a game like this, but who knows? Because usually they'll have one super exaggerated one. And this one's not super exaggerated. Aiko wasn't super exaggerated. So maybe there's still 2 characters left to introduce. A super exaggerated priest would be the ironic one, because you would assume a priest wouldn't be the overly sexual one. But you never know. And then you'd have like a lolly that's like a super serious fighter or something like that. Alright, let's see. Okay. Okay. That's definitely not... I was incorrect. I was very incorrect. A noble sentiment. The deep voice makes me jump, as is the sudden appearance of the rather intimidating gentleman to which it belongs. Where did this guy come from? He snuck up on us out of nowhere. I was super wrong. It is admirable to follow the will of the gods, particularly when it leads you to better the lives of others. Shiori seems frozen in shock, then she suddenly drops to one knee. That's 2 knees. That's 2 knees. That's not 1 knee, that's 2. Your Holiness! Rise, child. The man glances at me. I look at both of them in confusion. We'll kneel, why not? I have no idea who this guy is, but if Shiori, I don't know why I said that weird. Now when she saw him, he must be important. Besides, she called me Your Holiness, so it must be a religious thing. I don't want to be disrespectful and draw more attention to myself. I quickly kneel. Truly the gods must have wanted our paths to cross today. I agree, Your Holiness. I bet he's a creeper. He looks at her. I have seen you around many times, child. And his gaze moves to me. However, I'm unfamiliar with you, child. I'm new to Lightshire. I see, you both may rise. Shiori stands. I also get to my feet and wait for someone to give me an explanation. Shiori, however, still appears odd. When no one says anything, I come to the only conclusion that makes sense. Are you the priest who posted the notice? Shiori kicks me hard in the shin. Hayato, this is High Cleric Ninsei, the head of our entire religion. How come his symbol's different than our, like, his symbol's not the same? This is like a trident instead of a cross. Oh, great, I insulted the Dalai Lama or the Pope or something. Sorry, sir, I have amnesia, so I didn't recognize you. Shiori kicks me again, I yelp. Please excuse his rudeness, your holiness. She empathizes the word rudeness with a sharp glare at me. I glare right back. It's not my fault I have amnesia. He truly doesn't know any better. Indeed. However, despite your friend's attitude, he is correct. I would like to hire an adventurer for an NPC quest. The head of their religion gives out quests. That's even more ridiculous than when I tried to imagine a regular priest doing it. I bit my lip hard to keep from laughing. We'd be honored, your holiness. I've come here in search of a certain text, which I believe to be within the ancient library of Kier. Travel to the library and retrieve the book from within its walls. See, I was reading, I thought this game was only supposed to be a couple hours. Maybe I'm just reading too slow. I'm hoping to at least get like through the entire thing in the 3 hours I'm going to stream. If I have to run a little bit long, I will. Otherwise, we might have to stretch this out over 2 days. A library? That doesn't sound so bad. It will not be a simple task. Restless spirits haunt the ancient library of Kier. Of course. Shiori looks like she wants to murder me. We will do it, your holiness. What is the title of the book? It is called Godly, a treatise on the powers of the divine. We shall find this book for you, your holiness. She offers him a respectful bow, then she grabs my arm and drags me out of the church. I guess it's true, because if I was just, like, if I was not reading out loud, I'd be skipping through really quick, so it probably, like, doubles the time. The moment we're outside, she yells at me. I can't believe you. How was I supposed to know who he was? Even after I told you didn't treat him with nearly enough respect. I'm sorry, I just can't get over how strange this all feels to me. Whatever, let's just go to the ancient library of Kier. Outside, I look around for any sign of an ancient library. It's this way. I hurry after her because I have a distinct impression she'll leave me behind if I'm not quick. We got a long walk ahead of us, no complaining. I just wanted to apologize again. Oh, I'm about to explain further, but she has more to say. Honestly, I can't understand how you made it to our town at all. Could your amnesia have set in after you arrived? Why didn't you have any weapons? Maybe I was just lucky. Is it possible you came from... I was gonna say I should pronounce this in a Japanese way. Is it possible you came from Kage, land of the ninjas? I laugh, unable to help myself. Me, a ninja? Definitely not. Uh-oh. Sapientia. Or sapien. Like Homo sapiens. Sapientia. Bastion of knowledge. Arbor, home to the great tree. Do any of these names ring any bells? None, I'm afraid. They won't either. She'll never guess where I come from because it's not even this world. If I tell her that, though, she'll think I'm nuts. And I suppose you don't know much about Kier either. Not a thing. Kier was an ancient civilization, very advanced and skilled in the use of magic. They crumbled millennia ago. Now only ruins remain, such as the library. What happened to it? No one knows. Are you ready to enter a place like that? Don't worry, the ancient library of Kier is a low-level dungeon. We can get in with a 2-person party, and even if the monsters are too tough for you, I should be able to handle them. Alright. Hey, we made it. Welcome to the ancient library of Kier. I don't think I'm doing her voice how it's intended. I think I'm making it too cheerful when she's probably very stern. Well, this is nice. It looks like it should be condemned. I eye the towering discarded bookshelves and just wonder how many spiderwebs we'll have to dig through to find the book Ninsei wants. Watch your step around here. Because of the restless spirits he mentioned? Yes, but also... Arg. Sealed jaws snap together in the space where my leg was a second ago. After a second, they release, and the entire trap sinks beneath the floor again. A hidden compartment slides shut. This whole place is booby-trapped. I crouch and study the floor for any sign of the trap, but it looks the same as the rest of the carpet. Wonderful. Who booby-traps a library? Kier is still shrouded in mystery. Perhaps these traps were set to guard their knowledge from the enemies that destroyed them. Yeah, perhaps their own paranoia was their downfall. We better be careful. I draw my sword and use it to test the floor in front of me as I walk toward the bookshelves. This way, even if I don't move in time, it'll be my sword the traps get, not my leg. Oh no, who's this dude? Ugh. Restless spirits, remember? She jumps to my side, magic at the ready. I cover from my shock at the sudden appearance of a ghost and lunge forward. My blade swings through the ghost with no discernible effect. Do you practice your shield skill? Not yet. This is a good time for it. Physical attacks are useless against these enemies. Now you tell me. I thought you knew. Why would I know something like that? You're incorporeal spirits. It's not hard to figure out. For you, maybe. Will you just use shield already? Well, I argued the ghost must have charged up an attack. Greenish light blasts me. Fiery pain courses across my skin. I fall to my knees with a cry. Shield! I struggle to remember what the instructions for shield said, but it's difficult to focus through the pain. There's something about putting mana into my defense. Fire flames as Shiori attacks the ghost with her magic. It reels but retaliates with a ghostly hand that throws her backward. Then it turns its attention to me. A green glow surrounds it again. Two attacks so close together? Is that really fair? Have you used shield yet? At last I remember what the instructions told me to do. At first I feel oddly drained, probably the sensation of losing mana, but then somehow tougher, hardier. The ghost attack strikes me, but doesn't hurt as much as it did last time. Instead of fiery pain, it creates an unpleasant tingle. Shiori raises her hands and ice crystals surround the ghost. They slam together at the spirit's center and explode. It lets out an anguished cry and fades away. Finally! I thought you said this dungeon was easy. It is. Just remember your shield and everything will be fine. I should have practiced before we came. Obviously. I turn my attention to the bookshelves. All of the books have cheery titles like Call of the Elder Gods and Blood of the Soul. Exactly the sort of thing I want to see in the haunted library of a civilization that crumbled for unknown reasons. We're probably going to be cursed just for entering this place. That would be interesting. Interesting is look at this cool picture, or what an unexpected plot twist in that story. Not, I've been afflicted with a horrible curse. But it could lead us to the truth behind Kira's disappearance. Besides, a priest could probably exorcise the curse. I'll pass attending my own exorcism, thanks. And stop complaining and find the book so we can get out of here. Oh, she's getting angry. I sigh and look through the shelves. Amazingly, despite the disrepair the library has fallen into, most of the spines are readable beneath the layers of dust and cobwebs. Unfortunately, they don't seem to be in any sort of order. I wonder if it's even on this floor. Oh no, don't tell me this place has multiple floors. It has multiple floors. Oh man, we're gonna be in here forever, aren't we? That's the last thing I need. I cross my fingers and pray to whatever gods might watch over this place, we'll find the book quickly. The ancient library of Kir makes my skin crawl. It's more than just a ghost, something feels wrong here. We need to get out as quickly as possible. Now, we're gonna run into like some super boss and we're gonna unlock our inner potential, right? Which somehow ends up with her clothes getting torn off. That's my prediction of what's gonna happen here. Not fully torn off. Not fully torn off, we're not doing that. She'll get like a tear here. Probably like the skirt will get torn. Probably sees like some bra strap or something. That'd be my guess. I reach out and brush the dust off of one book I can't read clearly. No luck. Falling stars and the powers they pass on is probably a fascinating read, but it's not the book that will get us out of here. Oh no, 3 of them. A ghost posse. I'll handle them. You keep looking for the book. She attacks the first ghost. I cast shield to protect myself. It's easier this time. Although I don't like turning my attention away from monsters trying to kill me, I trust her to handle the battle. There's not much I can do anyway. I scan the bookshelves and read each shelf before moving on. Shield works well. The occasional blast of energy from behind is enough to break my concentration, and I don't let myself be distracted by the spectacle of magic as Shiori takes on the ghosts. Books about magic, the world, monsters, gods, aha! I turn around to see if Shiori needs any help with the battle, just as the final ghost fades away. Done! Me too. You mean you found it? Let me see! I point to the tome on the shelf. There, covered by dust but still identifiable, sits Godly, a treatise on the powers of the divine. Perfect, grab it and let's go! I pull the book from the shelf and brace myself. It can't be that easy. Is something wrong? Shouldn't something attack us for taking the book? You mean a boss battle? Yes. Of course this world knows about boss battles. By this point, I shouldn't be surprised. That was the mob of ghosts. Really? But you fought them all by yourself. This is a low-level dungeon, remember? Oh, come on. We need to get this book back to town. What? I was wrong. Apparently I was really wrong. Outside, I take a deep breath of fresh, not haunted library air. It feels good to be out of there. I mean, we've been playing for almost an hour. when we've had no, like, fan service whatsoever, really. You okay? Yes, why? I just don't want you collapsing out here or anything. I feel ridiculous dragging my party member back to town and explaining to everyone that you passed out. I'm not going to pass out. Is that your first time dealing with ghosts? As far as I know. That explains it then. Don't worry, this stuff will become familiar soon. I'm not sure I ever want to reach the point where fighting ghosts is familiar, but she looks happy, so I don't mention it to her. Our time in the library, plus the journey to and from it, took the entire day. The town square is empty. Maybe we'll have to wait until morning to finish our quest. I can't imagine Ninsei is. You have returned. I jumped. There he goes, sneaking up on us again. Did you find the book? We did, Your Holiness. He briefly kneels. I'll kneel too. Now I understand why we're supposed to kneel. Oh, now I understand why we're supposed to. I kneel briefly like she did, then rise. This time I'll make sure she can't accuse me of showing disrespect. I'm rather pleased with myself until I realize she's staring at me. What? Oh, the book. Yes, Your Holiness, we found the book. She groans. I mean, give it to him. I look down at my empty hands and gulp. I know I had the book when we left the library. On the way home we fought a few whammers. It wasn't in my hand during the battles. I gave it to you, right? No, you didn't. Oh, you lost my book? No, I just, inventory. What? Check your inventory. I blinked at her in surprise for a moment, but she has a good point. I'm still not entirely sure how to put things into my inventory, so it's quite possible I did by accident. I reach into my pockets, which remain implausible portals to hammer space, and fumble around. My fingers brush a dusty book cover. With a cry of triumph, I pull godly a treatise on the powers of the divine from my pocket and hold it out. You forgot it was in your inventory? You made it sound as though you dropped it somewhere along the way, when it was actually safely with you the entire time? Amnesia, sir. Sorry. Please excuse him, Your Holiness. Indeed. Come on, it's not like I did it on purpose. He accepts the book from me and looks over it with a critical eye. At last he nods. You have done well. Here is your payment. I bet he's like the main bad guy. You're trying to summon like the evil tentacle demon. That's another guess I'm gonna make. There's gonna be a tentacle demon at some point. So it's been bucking what I assume is gonna happen. He hands us each a pouch of gold coins and strides away without another word. As he walks to the edge of town, he pages through the book. Huh, she's going out there alone? He doesn't live here, you know. Will he be alright? Of course, he's an important man. He probably has an escort waiting. Then why didn't his escort go to the library? Because he was here, of course. He looks at me as though it's the most obvious thing in the world. I don't follow you. Ugh, right, your amnesia. This is the Guildmaster's domain. Anyone with a task that involves monsters has an obligation to turn to the adventurers. Oh, burping. Sorry. The burger right from there is not sitting. Oh. I look towards the field, but the old man has already vanished from sight. I wonder what he wanted for that book for anyway. The title sounded religious. He probably wants to study his theories of divinity. Anyway, it's not like it matters. We've completed our quest. Oh, I'm reading. It's her, not me. We completed our quest. You level up a few times too. A couple more levels and earn another skill point. What about you? She laughs. That might have been a lot of experience for a new adventurer like you, but it wasn't enough to make me go up even one level. I'm sorry. For what? Making you take on these low-level quests with me. Excuse me? I don't call you making me do anything. It was my idea. Only because you feel responsible for me. Give it a rest. She looks bewildered. No, I'm serious. I should probably be doing these quests with other new adventurers while you do things on your level. For a long moment, she doesn't say anything. Just speak, her voice is quiet. Is that what you want? Truly? I hesitate. On one hand, I don't want to be a burden on her. On the other hand, she's willing to explain things to me and can handle dangerous monsters while I figure out what I'm doing. If I join another party, I'll have to explain my amnesia to complete strangers. More importantly, I enjoy adventuring with her. Sure, she yells at me sometimes and gets frustrated, but I like her. Not really. And stop bringing it up. I just don't want to hold you back. I want whatever you want. And I want to keep working together. But why? That's what I don't understand. She looks away. I haven't fought or taken on quests with a party member in a long time. People don't usually want to be in a party with me. That's right, when we visited the town hall yesterday to turn our quests, everyone was surprised we were in a party together. They asked if I knew what I was doing. Why not? I'd rather not talk about it. She gives me a defiant stare, as if challenging me to pursue the matter further. Okay. What, really? If you don't want to talk about it, then don't. It doesn't matter to me. Maybe she has a reputation for being a bad party member or something. As long as things continue to go well for us, I don't care. It's none of my business. Besides, I'm starting to think of her as a friend. I can't leave a friend's party just because other adventurers have a low opinion of her. And if you want to be in my party, then I want to be in yours. You're a strange one, Hayato. That's probably just the amnesia talking. I don't think so. You should get some rest. It's late. Turns away and starts to walk off, then glances back over her shoulder. Oh, and thanks. I'm happy I met you. Is this... Okay, I was gonna say, is this us? No. Have we been pictured at all in this? I don't think so. When I enter the inn, Aiko is seated at one of the tables with a guy dressed as a jester. They appear to be having an intense conversation about the cards they're holding, but she looks up and waves me over. Hi, Hayato. Are you a fan of Double Duo? Is that some sort of band? Huh? Who is this weirdo? That's rich coming from someone dressed like he is. This is my friend Hayato. He has amnesia. Nice to meet you. Double Duo is a card game. Like poker? He forgets Double Duo but remembers poker? That's some amnesia. No, it's nothing like poker. You collect cards and battle with them. I finally found someone with the Demon Overlord card. I've been searching for years. She has 2 Silver Mage cards. I couldn't find one anywhere, and she got 2. That's luck for you. Oh, I see. You want to play? I just bought 2 booster packs, and I'd be happy to give you one. Okay. You'll love this game. Here. I'm assuming I'm not actually going to play. She handed me a wrapped pack of cards. These get me sometimes. I open it under their watchful stares, although of course I don't know anything about the cards I take out. They look pretty cool, all with fantasy characters and creatures on them. Then again, in this world, those could be the equivalent of baseball cards. I bet I get like one special draw. Yeah, there you go. Wow, he got a black dragon in his first pack. Is that good? It's a rare card. Are any of my other cards good? Let me see. Oh, wrong voice. Let me see. Takes the cards from me and sorts them in 3 piles. Common, uncommon, and rare. The black dragon is the only one in my rare pile, but I have 3 uncommon cards. Not a bad start. Now remember, if you want to trade with people, you'll always want a card that's as good as or better than the one you trade away, especially if it's not a duplicate. As she explains how to determine my card's worth, I can't resist a smile. Is something funny? No, it's just, you must really like this stuff. I do. It's strange. She always seems shy, even timid. We only met her for like 2 minutes. But when she goes through my cards talking about value and trades, I feel like I'm watching a confident businesswoman about to seal a deal. Want to play a match with me? A match? Collecting cards is only a part of the appeal. Then you battle with other players. Oh, I know about card games like this from back home. Some people are purely collectors, even with their cards in protective cases. But others play against each other and even enter tournaments. I'll play even though I'm not actually going to play. Yay! I'm assuming if I choose not to play with her, I'm assuming it's like a lot of visual novels. I have a branching romance options, and so far we've got 2 possible women. Because every woman you meet that has an actual name is obviously a object of conquest. So I think if we kind of shun adventuring and go with her, it probably all goes to the same place though. I'll watch. Come on, Hayato, sit down across from me. I sit across from her at the table, and she explains how to determine a card's attack power and defenses. Resulting match, she wipes out all my cards, but I have a better idea of what to do next time. Don't worry, you'll win one soon. No hard feelings? Of course not, it's just a game. I'm glad. It's getting late though, so I'm going to go to sleep. Good idea. Let's, hold on. Save. We haven't saved in a while. I guess I should have saved it. Well, I guess we've only made like a couple choices, really. To play the cards or not, to where we wanted to put our sword, and whether to kneel or not in front of the demon summoner. It was a long day after all. As I head in my inn room, I realized I never told Aiko about my day. Then again, I'm not sure if she wanted to hear it or not. I guess I know one thing she's interested in now. Thoughts of the card game dance through my mind as I fall asleep that night. Faint dreams of the real world. The RL combo. And you take slow down and enunciate. faint dreams of the real world haunt my sleep, but when I wake up in the inn, I don't feel as bad about it this time. The world is a lot different from anything I'm used to, but it's not bad. Would I feel differently about it if I remembered my home? Maybe, but for now there's little point in worrying about it. I sit down at an empty... hold on, I tabbed out for a second. I sit down at an empty table with my breakfast again, even though we mainly focused on Ninsei's quest yesterday. The meals we fought in the library still dropped enough gold for me to feel comfortable spending it. Good morning. Aiko's quiet greeting meets my ears a second before she pauses near the table. I gesture towards the empty seat across from me, and she takes it with a smile. How are you doing? Good. A little tired after yesterday, though. Shiori and I went to the ancient library of Kier. Shiori? Yes. You were in a party with her? Even after the action from the other townspeople and Shiori's comment about how no one wanted to be in a party with her, I didn't expect such surprise from Aiko. She seemed so mild-mannered. Yes, I am. You won't believe this, but yesterday we took on an NPC quest put up by High Cleric Ninsei himself. You weren't worried about fighting alongside her? I sighed. My attempt to change the subject failed. Ninsei is important, but even he can't top the taboo of adventuring with Shiori. No. I'm really starting to think of Shiori as a friend. This attitude people have towards her is getting on my nerves. Aiko looks down at the table. Why does it matter to you? You seem like a nice person, Aiko, that's all. What does that have to do with anything? There you are! Speak of the devil. As Shiori bounds up to our table, I try to look casual and not as though we're talking about her. Oh, who's your friend? I blink in surprise. Aiko seems to know something about her, but they've never met. This is Aiko. She's new in town, but she's not an adventurer. Hi Aiko, I'm Shiori. Good to meet you. Aiko shakes her hand but doesn't meet her gaze. Have you eaten, Shiori, or you want to join us for breakfast? Eh? You want me to? Why not? Actually, I need to be going. Once again, she stands up even though she didn't finish eating and hurries out of the room. I stare after her in dismay. If she and Shiori had a chance to talk, surely she'd realize she's a fine party member. Shiori's gaze drops and she sighs. I suppose that was my fault. Does she know you from somewhere? No, never mind. She sits down in Aiko's vacated seat. Let me know when you're ready. Wrong voice. You're not going to eat? I had breakfast at home. I would have joined you two to be friendly, but... She trails off and I don't press the matter. I finish eating quickly. Whatever the problem is, I'll need to ask sometime. It's come too many times now. Still, if she doesn't like to talk about it, I'll leave it at that for now. I'm wondering what it is, if she just, like her party member died or something, or if it's something raunchy. I'm trying to determine how goofy this game is. If they'd make it something raunchy, or if they'd make it something like actual like RPG trope-ish. I mean, we'll find out soon enough. I'm assuming. Once I finish, I stand up. What sort of quests are we going on today? I thought we'd do some simple quests in the forest near here. The monsters there are a little tougher than what you've faced so far, but you should be capable. Especially with you by my side. Let's go! This forest seems so quiet and peaceful. Are you sure it's Ugh? Hey, it's the flying dude. A massive bird screeches and lunges at my head. Its talons rake through my hair before it settles a few feet away. Why do you scream every time a new monster appears? It attacked me. Monsters will do that. Now fight! I recover from my surprise and take an ineffectual swing at the bird with my sword. The blade ruffles its feathers, but otherwise doesn't do much. At least I have a capable partner and a backup plan. I focus on my defense and increase my resilience with shield. This is starting to become second nature. Shiori lifts her hands and a bolt of lightning strikes the monster. It drops instantly. Weak point, critical hit. Sometimes I wonder why I bother trying. Her amusement fades and she turns towards me. I think you need a stronger weapon. What's wrong with my sword? Aside from the fact that I barely scratched the flapper? The flapper? Who names these monsters? Well, some of their names come from ancient sources, but the Guildmaster standardized most of the names across the realm. This is the second time I've heard about the Guildmaster. Who is he exactly? Once, we didn't have an adventuring system like this. No quests, no official skills, just a few people with weapons fighting off the occasional monster attacks. Once monsters became more common, the Guildmaster decided something had to be done. He developed our current system. And it spread across the whole realm, monster names and everything. It was such an efficient system, and no one else was prepared to deal with the surge in monster attacks, even if they didn't feel it as strongly as this town did. So the town has monster attacks more often?
Yes, remember the monsters that attacked you when we first met? How could I forget? They don't show up anywhere else, just in this area. Huh, strange. He suddenly jabs her finger at my chest. But let's not forget the matter at hand. You need a stronger weapon if you're going to be any use against anything tougher than a whammer. I'll get one back in town. Good. She glances around at the trees. Still, we can probably complete the 2 quests I took. I'll defeat 5 flappers, you collect 10 eggs. Flapper eggs? Thought of invading the nest of those monstrous birds doesn't thrill me. No, light bird eggs. They're not wild birds that nest in the trees around here. If you climb a few, you should find enough in no time. Isn't it cruel to steal their eggs? Didn't I see you eating scrambled eggs with breakfast? Well, yes. But that's different. I didn't see those eggs taken from their nests. I certainly didn't do it myself. Fine, we'll make a deal. You don't have to take the light bird eggs, but that means no more eggs for breakfast or any other meal. I'll get the eggs. I thought so. What can I say? I like eggs. Eggs are pretty good. You do know how to climb a tree, right? Of course I can climb a tree. I have no memories of climbing trees. I walked to the nearest trunk and eyed the bark dubiously. Probably climb a tree sometime, I just forgot. As soon as I start, it'll probably come right back to me. Climbing a tree is like climbing a bicycle. It's like climbing a bicycle. Once you learn, you never forget. Here it goes. I must be out of practice. Maybe I never climbed a tree before. Well, I've taken out 5 flappers. How many? What happened to you? It's not like a bicycle. Do you hit your head when you fell? No. Don't tell me I need to get the eggs too. I hesitate. Ugh. Well, wrong person. I'll do it. No, I'm going. I said I'll do it. I can't face the humiliation of not being able to fight the monsters or complete this task. But break your neck and then I'll have to drag your body back to town. We lunch for the tree at the same time. I get a foothold first and begin to climb. This time, I don't fall immediately. With a grin of triumph, I twist to look down at Shiori. Big mistake. My foot slips. Okay, here we go. Falling on top of her. Can't see me rubbing my hands. Falling on top of her, here we go. My foot slips and I lose my tentative grip on the tree. I use tentative a lot. Ugh. The impact isn't as harsh as I expected, and when I opened my eyes, I realized Shiori unintentionally broke my fall. Here we go. Eek! Ouch. Oh, wow, her eyes got big there. Can I? Whoop, 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 beep, whoop, beep, boop, beep, 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 boop. Okay. Get off of me, you idiot! Oops, sorry. Get up! Dazed from the impact, I take a moment to catch my breath and figure out how to best do this. I'm not entirely on top of Shiori, but I've landed in such an awkward position that I could easily make this more awkward if I'm not careful. Oh, you have till a count of 3. Beep, boop, beep, boop, beep, boop, beep, beep, boop, boop. I'm working on it. In particular, I need to figure out where to put my hands and push myself up. I wonder where our hands are gonna end up. 1. Maybe I don't need to brace myself up for all. I should just be able to sit up. If I'll still have her partially padded, but then I can stand. 2. I cautiously straighten and get to my feet. Finally. Oh, it didn't happen. Laugh it off or apologize. I'll tell you what. Let's throw a save in here just in case. Just in case. We'll apologize. Sorry about that. You better be. It was an accident. If you say so. What's that supposed to mean? She's right. It's the old fall of the tree and land on the girl trick. Oldest trick in the book. What's the second oldest? The see a guy who can't climb a tree start to fall and don't move out of the way trick? As if. She shoves past me towards the tree in a move clearly designed to hit me with her elbow as hard as possible. Probably the third oldest trick. That whole thing was ridiculous. Just stand there and let me get the eggs. She approaches the tree and glances over her shoulder. I'm serious. She places her hands on the trunk and starts to climb. Then she looks back at me again. Don't you dare try anything. I'm standing still. You better be. It still frustrates me to stand by uselessly and watch her do all the work. But I stay where I am while she clambers up and down tree trunks like a monkey. Within several minutes, she's collected 10 eggs. I think that's enough excitement for one day. I'm sorry. Stop apologizing and carry the eggs. I accept them and slip them in my pockets. It still feels weird, but less so than before. Soon the 10 eggs are safely in my inventory. Well, at least you've learned that much. The quiet trek back to town. I can tell she's still annoyed with me, and I'm not sure if it's more because I couldn't climb the tree or because I made her fall. Get your sword and then we'll turn in these quests. Are you still mad at me? Just go get your weapon. I've grown used to my current weapon, but after a quick trip to the equipment shop, I bought a new, stronger sword. With it, I'll be able to do some real damage to these monsters. Maybe enough to impress Shiori and repay her for how much she's helped me. Not that she seemed impressed when I returned with it. She led me to the town hall without a word. Once it turns in our quest, I walk up to the table where I learned Shield. That strange sensation has returned, and this time I recognize it as the presence of a skill point. I scan the list of skills I can learn. There's a low-level skill available to me called Protect Ally from the description, and it will let me take blows for red party members. It sounds dangerous, but I take it. This way I'll be able to help out in battle even when my attacks don't work. To my surprise, the instructions for learning Protect Ally are even simpler than the instructions for Shield. Unfortunately, they revolve around focusing my attention until I become hyper-aware of everyone's position in battle, so I can jump in if someone's in danger. This is going to take a lot of practice. Turn in our quest. Here's your share of the gold. I really am sorry about what happened. Isn't there some way I can make it up to you? Why don't I buy you lunch? Well, alright. She suddenly looks sly. But I get to pick whatever I want. We're going to the... Where else are we going to go? We're going to the inn. Did you really take advantage of my offer to make me buy you an expensive meal? I fought all the monsters, collected all the eggs, and nearly got crushed by you because you like falling out of trees. Fine, fine. She smirks and returns her meal, her large expensive meal. Well, I did agree to buy whatever she wanted. In spite of myself, I smile. Everything's back to normal again. Once we're done eating, we'll probably take on a few more quests. Then I laugh. What's so funny? I just realized I'm having a good time. You sound surprised. I shrug, not sure how to explain. The world seemed so strange to me at first, but now I think about quests and monsters like it's perfectly normal. And here I am, eating lunch with my friend. Why is it my ... friend? Do I have friends back home? I can't remember. My patchy memories don't contain anything like this. Even if I forgot the specifics, surely I wouldn't forget this warm feeling. Are we friends? Huh? Why are you asking that all of a sudden? I just... Oh no, a flash. Something's gonna happen, we're gonna have to use our protect skill thing. Bright light flashed outside the tavern windows. All around us, adventurers jump up and run for the door. At the same time, other people rush inside, eyes wide and panicked. Shiori leaps to her feet. What's going on? Monsters! Huh? Confused, I stared at her for a moment, but then I realized what she said when we first met. The monsters that attacked me are always preceded by a flash of light. It is kind of weird, you didn't have friends back home? When the first night, he's like, oh man, I'll wake up tomorrow and tell my friends about this, and now he's contradicting himself. I stand and draw my new sword. Let's go! Oh no, it's the wolves again. Where did they come from? They warp in! The monster snaps at me and I thrust forth my sword. My new weapon is a marked improvement. The creature flinches back with a squeal and purple-black blood spurts from the wound I made. Warp? Like magic? Shiori sends a burst of fire towards another one of the monsters. Yes, that's probably what the flash of light means. I remember my new skill and try to keep track of where Shiori is as we continue to fight. Harder than I thought. During battle, everything is a blur of chaos. It'll be a long time before I'm able to shield her effectively. Sorry, my nose itches. At least I can fight. I strike down one of the attacking monsters. Do they have magic attacks then? No. Shards of ice shoot from her outstretched hands and knock back a group of 3 monsters. They arrive here through magic, but they don't seem to possess any magical talent themselves. It's like a mess out here now. Adventurers confront monsters throughout the square. Most people have formed parties, even if they weren't together previously. A few still fight alone or in pairs. I wave to them since we have an incomplete party too. They ignore us, a few even frown. What did I ever do to them? It's not you, it's me. Why? Oh no, this whole bunch. Not a good time. We stand back to back and take down the news group of monsters. At last they're all defeated. Peace falls over the town square once again. Here's no one who came out and helped us the first time. Where are all these other adventurers? Phew, I think they're coming in greater numbers than they used to. I wonder where they come from. Yeah. She abruptly smacks my arm and points to a man walking towards us. Who's this dude? What's his mustache? That's him. That's the guildmaster. I appreciate the explanation, although I suspect she mainly said so I don't accidentally insult him like I did in Insay. Excellent. We've successfully rebuffed the monster attack. The guildmaster approaches up with a slow, calm gait. You must be Hayato. I jump, surprised he knows me by my name. Yes, that's me. He regards me as though I'm a curiosity museum. You're quite a mystery to me, young man. I've no record of you living here until the day you became an adventurer. That's right, sir. I'm new here. Where did you come from? I'm not sure. Oh? I have amnesia. I can't remember much of anything before I woke up in front of the fountain. Is that so? Interesting. His glittering stare, that's kind of a weird thing. His glittering stare gives me the creeps. I glance toward Shiori. Maybe she'll say something that draws attention away from me. Follows my gaze. Oh yes, I heard you're working together as party members. That's right. Her voice is barely audible. The guildmaster regards her for a second longer, then fixes me with a stern expression. Beware Shiori, young man. She can't be trusted. I'm gonna stand up for her. I'm a cool dude. Whoa, wait a minute. I've gotten to know Shiori, and she's a good person. Whatever you think about her is wrong. Whatever you think you know about her is wrong. Are you daft or just willingly ignorant? Willfully ignorant? Huh? I am the guildmaster. You're a stranger in our town and one with amnesia at that. Who's the better judge of an adventurer? The guildmaster or amnesiac stranger? When it puts it, I mean when he puts it like that, it sounds pretty bad. But still, I can't let him say things like that about Shiori. I'm Shiori's party member. She's giving me advice, help me. I don't know what you have against her, but you're wrong. She pretends to be your ally for now, but the day might yet arrive when she betrays you. Betrays me? Heed my advice and leave her company before it's too late. With that, he stalks away. If he comes back in, I'm gonna have to remember I did the weird voice. I'll probably forget. I turn towards Shiori, but she stares down her feet and refuses to look at me. Why would he say that? She doesn't answer. Did she run away from a fight and leave somebody to die? Come on, every time somebody finds out I'm in your party, they get weird about it. Don't I deserve to know what's going on? Yes, you do. She still doesn't look at me. I never heard her sound so depressed before. Oh no. I'm not originally from this town. I grew up in a place called Dunbury. One day I was attacked. By who? I don't know. No one knows. Whoever it was, they wiped out the entire village. I wasn't home that day. I was playing alone in the forest. When I got back, everyone was dead. I'm sorry. I had nowhere to go, so I came here. I still understand. Why don't people want you as a party member? Just because you're an outsider? But so am I. I have what is known as an unverifiable backstory. Everyone who knew me is dead, so no one can confirm I am who I say I am. No one can prove I didn't destroy the village myself. Her voice breaks. The attack left behind clear signs of magic, specifically elemental magic. She gives me a meaningful stare. Elemental magic, like the fire and ice attacks I've seen her use against the monsters. I see her magic being strong enough to wipe out a village, even if I can't believe she was the culprit. Okay, but if you haven't done anything since then, I don't see why they mistrust you now. When the adventurers go on quests, serious quests, not just the little ones we've done, sometimes not everyone in the party is loyal. Someone betrays the others, maybe even kills a party member for real. I don't see the connection. There's a case where an adventurer came from a city wiped out by the plague. It turns out his own experiments caused the incident, and he found new test subjects among his party members. Another time, an adventurer came from a distant land to aid us during a time of war, but she was actually a spy and turned on her party when they came too close to the truth. I still don't see what this has to do with you. He sighs. The point is, they hid their true backgrounds with stories that couldn't be proven. Traitors often have unverifiable backstories like mine. Silence falls between us. I stare at her. She continues to look at the ground. I try to work my way through what I just heard. What? I'm sorry. I should have told you sooner. I was just so happy to have someone to fight alongside for once. I mean, people think you're a traitor not because you did anything suspicious, because they can't, but because they can't prove you aren't suspicious. Your home was destroyed, so they think maybe you betrayed some serious mission. No one wants to be in a party with you because you vaguely fit the description of someone who would murder a party member? Pretty much, yes. I'm sorry. That's the stupidest thing I've ever heard. Blush looks up, her gaze meets mine. Is it gonna change? What? That wasn't where I thought that was gonna go. Huh? Whoop. That's an absurd reason to mistrust someone. You give me no reason to doubt you. So as far as I'm concerned, we can be party members whenever you want. Thank you. For a moment she stares at me in amazement, then jumps forward and hugs me. Her arms wrap tightly around me. She presses herself close. Thank you. She releases me and beams. You know what? We should find the source of these monster attacks and stop them. Then no one will doubt your loyalty to the town ever again. Does she have what's... It's just a pink tinge in her eyes. I was trying to tell if it was like something. That might just work. Well, it's an RPG world. I guess they can have dumb reasons, I suppose, but... She bounced on her heels, apparently giddy at the thought. I've actually taken some notes on the monsters. They might help. Wait here, I'll go get them. She turns to walk away, but then glances back at me. Oh, and Hayato? The question you asked me earlier, the answer is yes. About if we were friends, I assume. I'll wait for Shiori to return with her notes. I decided to take a look around. After all, if we want to find the origin of the monsters, maybe they left some clues behind. Debris and monster remains lie everywhere. I crouch and shift and sift through the nearest pile of wreckage without success. Did you lose something? I look up at Aiko and then stand. Actually, I'm looking for clues about these monsters. Clues? What they are, where they come from, why they attack, that sort of thing. They don't behave like regular monsters. True. The dark wolves attack Lakeshire without mercy. She crouches and looks through the debris with me. Anything? Not yet. We head to another part of the square where the monsters fought and searched there as well. And then another. Just as I'm about to lose hope, Aiko picks something up and studies it with a curious look. What is it? She holds out a small white flower for me to see. Uh-oh. Do I assume she's offering it to me? Or am I asking if it's a clue? Hold on, let's get another save in here just in case. Oh, so I asked, do you think it's a clue? I do! I've never seen flowers like these in town, but here they are, growing in the wreckage. Isn't it possible the Dark Wolves brought them here? Isn't quite what I associate with these horrible monsters, but she's right. I haven't seen any flowers like it in town either. I'm back! Shiori runs to join with a thick notebook in her arms and stops a few feet away with a scowl for Aiko. Aiko's face falls. Oh, she's involved. I suppose you'd think you'd be more helpful? Hey Aiko, don't tell me you believe all this stuff about Shiori not being who she says she is because of what happened to her hometown. She hands me the flower. I need to leave. Wait, but it's too late. She hurries away without another glance back. I stare after her, frustrated. She gave you a flower? Didn't do the voice. I turn my attention back to her. Not that I care. You can get flowers from whoever you like. It just seems odd, especially since flowers like that are rarely used as gifts. I laugh. No, it's not a gift. We were looking for any clues left behind by the monsters, and she found this in the wreckage. She takes it from me and gives it a closer look. Flowers like these grow at the sacred spring. I've never seen them anywhere else. Should we investigate? Yes. Yes. The sacred spring is a pool of water at the base of the mountains to the northeast. My notes have indicated a possible northeastern origin for the monsters. How's that possible? What? Oh, how can you tell something like that when they warp in all the time? Their physiology provides several signs. Huh? I'll show you. She leads me to one of the more intact monsters and indicates its body with a wave of her hand. The thick coat suggests it lives in a cold climate, which would place it either north or far to our south. And note the paws. These paws are made for traversing rough, uneven surfaces, such as the mountain range. Wait, the monsters aren't just made by magic or something? That wouldn't make any sense. She lives in a world where you can carry objects around in invisible inventory, and monsters respawn after they're defeated, but magically created monsters don't make sense? Monsters all have biology suited to the conditions where they live. Let's hear more. Alright, I have to ask, what could possibly make whammers evolve the way they did? Believe it or not, their cuteness might be part of their evolution. How? I think I'm so badly out of shape, my breath capacity isn't as good as it used to be. Remember how you hesitated to fight the whammers? Over the years, people were probably reluctant to kill the ones that look cute and innocent. Therefore, they gradually evolved to look as cute as innocent as possible. How does evolution work if monsters don't really die? Oh, they can die. So can we, just not in the battles we've been fighting. You lost me. Adventurers and monsters have a special relationship. Experience items are exchanged instead of anyone actually dying. However, if someone fought a whammer with the intent to destroy it, they could for real. You really lost me. When the Dark Wolves attack our town, they intend to actually kill people, which is what makes them so dangerous. But life and death don't work that way. Yes, they do. Every time I think I understand this world, something like this comes up. I can accept a world in which death is a minor setback, but weird though it sounds, but for it to vary by situation? When someone enters combat, the gods judge them. This judgment determines whether they die permanently or sent back to be revived. If, as in our situation, both parties treat it as an adventurer's battle for experience and items, the gods revive them if they die. So what you're saying is that the monsters that attack Lightshire, they can both kill and be killed. What if an adventurer thinks they're regular monsters for a quest or something? It doesn't matter. If either participant battle intends genuine harm, no one will respawn. Yikes. So, that's why these bodies don't disappear, because we've killed these wolves and they stick around forever. The dialogue here, it's kind of a lot of run-on sentences too. It is kind of long. Anyway, we were talking about whammers. The round bodies might be the result of... I'm still not over the way your gods handle death. If you want a detailed explanation, you'll have to talk to High Cleric Ninsei, or possibly Dr. Takizawa. I only know the big... Dr. Takizawa is the character with the... She's a scientist character that's extremely sexualized with very large breasts. There we go. There we go. It's coming. It's going to be the doctor. Because you don't expect a doctor to be overly sexual. That's... Got it. We got it now. Why do these people accept these weird things? If they woke up in the world I came from, would they be completely baffled by a world where death is permanent and battles don't yield magical experience points? And the gods here must be the real deal. Unless there's another explanation for people coming back to life based on their intent. Well, we better hurry if we want to check out the Sacred Spring before dark. Actually, Spring has a really good opportunity for some fan service scenes. She puts her notebook away into her inventory, of course, and marches towards the edge of town. Confused or not, I slip the tiny flower into my own inventory and follow her. Outside of town, I look towards the distant mountains. Don't worry, the Sacred Spring isn't as far away as it looks. Follow me and be prepared. We should encounter more difficult monsters so far from home. Great, just what I wanted. We made it. Wait, is this a hot spring? Yes. She points to the mountain slopes extending above us. It's heated by volcanic activity in the area, although the volcano hasn't erupted in years. Somehow I'm feeling it'll erupt soon. Sexual innuendo, now that you said that. It's just the way that these things happen. But one other thing about this bugs me. I thought you said this place was sacred. That's right. A sacred hot spring? Yes, the Sacred Spring is said to be blessed by the gods. What does that mean? Looks like a normal hot spring to me. People travel here on a pilgrimage to pray. She crouches and touches a small flower near the spring. Matches the one Aiko and I found in town. These flowers in particular are often used in religious ceremonies. Could this really be where those monsters come from then? It's possible, although I'm surprised the Guardians wouldn't drive them out. The what? She opens her mouth to reply, then stiffens and raises her hand as to cast a spell. Look out! No, it's rock dudes. What are those? The Guardians of the Sacred Spring, holy protectors sent by the gods to preserve the sanctity of this holy place. One of them leaps forward blindly fast and slams its massive fist across my face. I cry out as my cheek throbs with pain. That didn't seem like a holy thing to do. They view us as a threat, be careful! Her hands go with magic and charges up Ice Assault one of the Guardians. Still, she isn't fast enough to dodge the second one, which knocks her to the ground. She's on her feet in an instant, but winces. I concentrate on my defense and activate Shield. With my resistance increased, I draw my sword and swing at the closest Guardian. She evades my hit and punches me again. This time it hits my chest. Something cracks and blinding pain courses through me. I stagger and drop to my knees. This is bad. I hope to practice my Protect Ally skill and try to take blows for Shiori, but I can't even handle attacks directed at me. Fire consumes one of the Guardians, but the other abandons me and dives towards Shiori from behind. Look out! Each breath sends pain through me, but my shout alerts Shiori in time. She rolls away from the Guardian's attacks and hammers it with bolts of lightning. That's rock, lightning's not gonna do anything. Oh no, there's a whole bunch. Arg. Too many! She fends them off for a while, but they overwhelm her. She collapses beside me, fingers stained with blood where she holds her side. Uh-oh. Don't worry, we'll respawn back in town. Good to know. Sorry about this. Oh, okay. We just respawn back in town. My head hurts, I open my eyes slowly and bring until the church comes into focus. I sit slumped in one of the pews with Shiori next to me. Erg. I rub my head, then look myself over for any sign of injury. Nothing. Even the blood is gone. On the other hand, I have less gold than I did before, but this is what respawning is like. Erg. She regains consciousness and blinks at me. Good, we're both here. Is there a reason we wouldn't be? Possible to respawn in other places, especially if you're from out of town. For all I knew, you would respawn at your home instead. Highly unlikely. Anyway, we barely stood a chance against the Guardians. That's disturbing. Haven't you fought them before? Yes, many times. They're more aggressive now. Something has them riled up. Something has riled them up. We'll say maybe the monsters. We won't accuse the Guardians of being evil. The Dark Wolves aren't normal monsters. They're out to kill people of Lightshire. If I were a Holy Guardian of the Sacred Spring and bloodthirsty monsters traipsed through on their way to wreak havoc, I'd be on edge too. That's a good point. Maybe they even did something to defile the Sacred Spring. Defile it? You know, something you shouldn't do at a holy place. The stories about the... hold on. The stories about the Sacred Spring are true. The God's blessing should be impervious to corruption. It could still get the Guardians upset. Well, whatever the connection is, something must tie the Dark Wolves and the Sacred Spring together. All the more reason for us to investigate it. Let's go! We're just going back? Catch up with her outside the church. Wait a minute, we're not going back there, are we? What if it happens again? I'll die and respawn as many times as necessary to figure out the source of the monster attacks. Are you sure it's safe? As long as we're adventurers fighting the spirit of adventuring, we have nothing to worry about. You said it has to go both ways. What if we encounter monsters that don't know about adventurers? Don't be ridiculous. Of course they'll know. The whole situation baffles me. How intelligent are these monsters? Not only do they know we're adventurers and not want to hurt us, but they apparently take our gold when we're defeated. Monsters dropping gold for us was weird enough. Now I can't help but imagine Guardians and Whammers shopping at a special monster mall. Couldn't they change their minds? Well, yes, but why would they want to do that? Why do monsters attack the town? That's what we're trying to figure out. This conversation is going in circles. I decided to drop it for now. Okay, let's assume dying the Guardians is perfectly safe. Which it is. How can we learn anything if they keep killing us? Is there a way to sneak past them? Probably not. They're vigilant in their duty to protect the spring. Then what do? Grind until we're stronger? That might be our only choice. This would be so much easier if we had a healer in the party. Then let's get one. Let's get Dr. Takizawa. Really? Just like that? Remember who you're in a party with. Oh, right. No one besides me ever wants to be in a party with Shiori. The chance of a healer wanting to join us on Dangerous Quest is pretty slim. Can't hurt to try though, can it? I suppose not. I mean, we gotta get Aiko. I'm assuming it's a 4-person party, so we gotta get Aiko and then presumably another girl. Who will either be a lolly or a girl with very large breasts. An overly sexual, well, it could be a meek girl with overly large breasts. So I think our 4 options of what it would be: a meek girl with overly large breasts, an overly sexual girl with overly large breasts, a lolly that's overly sexual, or a lolly that is incredibly meek. No, it wouldn't be that. It'd probably be a lolly that is very stoic, would be my guess. A very stoic lolly. Well, actually no, because one of them is gonna be Aiko, and she's kind of the meek character, so it's gotta be either an incredibly stoic, large-breasted girl, or an incredibly sexually large-breasted girl, right? That's our visual novel logic. There, I posted our request for a healer. What now? We wait. Anyone interested in joining our party will meet us by the fountain. Okay. While we wait, let's speculate. If the monsters come from the Sacred Spring, what are they doing there? Maybe they form an alliance with the Guardians. I'm guessing Aiko might be the healer. And then we'll find the 4th party member later, but I don't know. My newfound thoughts about how the monsters might be more intelligent than I give them credit for makes it seem more plausible. Possibly, but we saw no sign of them when we were there. Maybe they stopped there on their way to attack. Oh, I almost did the wrong thing. They can't teleport. Why would they stop in the mountains? Does water from the Sacred Spring actually have any special properties, since it's supposed to be blessed? Good question. Everyone says using the water grants you the blessing of the gods. I'm not sure it's ever been tested. This sounds like a good question for Dr. Takizawa. You've mentioned him a few times. Who is she? Who is he? It's gonna be she. A scientist. Huh? I didn't expect science to be popular here. Magic, yes. Religion, yes. But where does science fit into this world? She didn't correct me. No, it's not Dr. Takizawa. I mean, I'm trying to think, because the characters we've seen so far, I mean, Shiori's kind of generic. She wasn't super pushy.
but she was kind of aggressive in a way, and then within an hour we had flipped it to where she's aggressive because people were mean to her. I feel that's kind of tropey, but so I was wrong. Taki's out with the scientist that you think is gonna be like book nerd and then is overly sexual. It's an actual guy. I think we've met more guys than we have girls at this point. What kind of game is this? Our kingdom owes much technological advances to him. I'm certain if we took some of his Sacred Springs water to him, he would do a thorough analysis for us. She kind of does, but kind of doesn't. I don't know. Because generally if you go with the childhood friend route that you usually equate with that, it's someone who becomes tomboyish, but only because you've known them for so long. Shiori started out like that. Because yeah, usually that relationship is there because it's been like a long relationship kind of thing, but we just met them. I guess you could just forego that. Okay, sounds like a plan. Let's keep going before it's gonna be, we're gonna get like 3 hours in and be calling it we want to run into anything. Now if we can just get a healer to make that possible. Right. We exchange glances inside, then settle down by the fountain to wait. Aw, nobody came. Still no one. Yeah, I knew it was hopeless. Maybe someone will sponsor a request tomorrow. Sure, and maybe the Guardians will send us an apology for their behavior and invite us to take as much water from the Sacred Spring as we want. It's more likely than someone joining our party. Don't be so negative. Easy for you to say. You haven't spent years fighting solo because no one wants to work with you. You don't have to deal with everyone mistrusting you for something that isn't your fault. You've never looked at other adventurers supporting one another and told yourself that you prefer to be alone because lying makes it easier to ignore the hollow feeling inside. No, but the way she describes her loneliness strikes a chord in me. Try as I might, I can't remember any friends from my old life. When I think about that world, I miss its normalcy, but not any people. There's not even a sense that I left someone important. He is a lonely boy. Before I woke up here, I don't think many people like me either. Why not? I don't remember. Well, so yeah, hey, you're not alone now. Yeah, he is just a lonely boy. And we're in sad boy hours at nighttime here. I'm not? Of course not. You have me. True. He fixes me with a sudden scowl. I'd be fine without you, you know. I don't think you can break me by pretending to be my friend and then leaving. I held up my hands, startled by her vehemence. I don't think I've ever seen that word used that way. I don't know if that's the right way. I'm gonna guess it is, but I've never heard it used that way. Because I've used vehement. Actually, what game was that? Was that Aeon? The guild I was in was called Vehement Ambition. I think it was. Whatever. I hope my hands startled by her vehemence. Has this happened in the past? I mean, that was... Shit, how long ago was that? What was Aeon, like 8 years ago? 10 years ago? Yeah. I'm not pretending. I wouldn't do anything like that. You better not, but if you did, I'd recover. Okay. Anyway, we should probably give up. For today, at least. I'll be having dinner at the end. Do you want to join me? It's not a trick, I swear. Well, alright. Here's where you recruit Aiko. Oh, I got another stretch. We find an empty table and order dinner. As we eat, we discuss various alternate plans if we can't get the healer. None of them go far, since they generally involve attempting to trick the Guardians. Riddles, maybe? We could challenge the Guardians to a riddle contest, and then... What kind of fantasy have you been reading? Sorry. I guess not every trope applies to this world. You can't use trope, that's my word. Riddles only work on sphinxes. Of course. Around us, people in the tavern are buzz about a mysterious swordsman who appeared in the far reaches of the kingdom. Apparently he's creating quite a stir with his combat prowess, and no one knows where he came from. Those all dudes, there's too many dude characters. Why isn't it not a swordswoman? Maybe it is a swordswoman and everyone just says it's a man. Maybe it's like I didn't think about that. It could be a real tomboy who's not a lolly, but still has small breasts. And is always treated as a man, and we bring out her feminine side. That's another one we could do. But like I said, I think this game's only supposed to be a few hours long, so it's not like we're gonna run into a huge chunk of character development, I think. Why don't we find this swordsman guy? If he came out of nowhere, he might not mind joining us.
Does he sound like a healer to you? Well, no. If he's that strong, can he help us? Why couldn't these rumors be about a mysterious healer? I guess that would be too convenient. Erg. I take another bite and rack my brain for any possible solution. You're a mage. The next time you get a skill point, could you use it to learn a healing spell? Don't you know anything? Elemental magic and healing magic are completely different.
4 to 6 hours? Okay. So yeah, we'll definitely end up having to do this over a set of 2 nights. So yeah, we'll probably end up... No, I'm definitely going for like another hour and 10 minutes at least, and then we'll try to find a spot that makes sense, and then I might not play it again until like next Wednesday. Or if Saturday's looking bad for Throne of Lies when I'm playing it, maybe I'll do this right after. Sunday I still want to do Witcher 3, so this might wait until next Wednesday. That would kind of suck. We'll remember everything though. Is it possible to respect? Before that, I might put the entire VOD on YouTube. Maybe that'd bring out more people that actually want to watch it at the same time and have fun with it. Then we can get chat really going. What? Change your specialization? Redistribute your stats? Did you eat something funny? He stares at my plate as though worried it contains hallucinogens, so I laugh and shake my head. My RPG knowledge has failed me. Never mind. Amnesia, remember? Uh-huh. Okay, we don't lose all our items when we die. If we grab some water from the spring, is there a way to make sure it stays in our inventory? Not without a lot of trial and error, but it is possible. Theoretically, yes. Then let's try that. We'll run in with a bucket or something, grab some water. Excuse me? I stop, I know that voice. The line was a question mark. May I sit with you? Shiori looks away. Of course you can. Despite my confusion, I give Aiko a friendly smile and gesture to one of the empty seats at our table. So far, she usually leaves as soon as she... Too many S's. Too many S's. She usually leaves... Because 1, 2, 3 S's in a string of 4 letters right there. She usually leaves as soon as she sees Shiori. Shiori. She usually leaves as soon as she sees Shiori. Got it. So this is definitely a change. What are they looking? So, so like she kind of looks like a real, not real person. Sorry, she doesn't look like a real person. She looks like an actual character. This just seems like a lifeless thing. Staring off into nothing, mouth is slightly agape. It's weird. Okay. I heard you're looking for a healer. That's right. Do you find one yet? Wait, hold on. Okay. What do you think? This is better. That is just... Let's see what I hit. Did I do it? Was that close? Okay. What do you think? The blatant hostility in Shiori's voice makes Aiko flinch away. I hold my hands in a placating gesture. Not yet, but we're still hopeful. She seems even more nervous than usual. She keeps drumming her fingers on the table and playing with her hair. What is it? Come on, Aiko. Don't be shy around us. You know me, and no matter what you've heard about Shiori, she's actually really nice. She clenches her fist in front of her and stares me straight in the eye. This little stuff. I want to join your party. I like flicking between them. What? You do? She slumps and lowers her gaze. If that's okay, of course. I don't want to intrude. No, it's just, but you're not even an adventurer. I am now. When I suggested it the other day, you acted like it was the last thing you'd ever want to do. You changed my mind. I'll say that's great. That's great. Beep, 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 beep. That's great. Really? Yeah, we'd love to have you. I still don't really get it. Despite her apparent enthusiasm, she doesn't look any happier about being an adventurer than she did when I first brought it up. What do you mean? She looks really happy. She looks super happy. Still, if she wants to do this, that's perfect. It'll be nice to have a party member we already get along with. At least one of us does.
I glance at Shiori and brace myself for an argument, but to my surprise, she regards Aiko with a curious expression. You can be our healer? I have latent healing skills. Now that I'm an adventurer, I unlock my powers as a mage. I spent all day grinding until I learned my first healing spell. Please, I want to join your party. You're in! Hey, achievement unlocked healer. Thank you. I think I'm gonna throw my voice out. Even though Shiori is the one who said it, Aiko's thankful gaze is fixed on me. Shiori scowls. She went back to... She mad? Welcome to our party, Aiko. I don't quite understand it, but I'm happy to have you with us. I'm happy too. Really? Yes, nothing could make me happier than joining the two of you on your quest. I glance at Shiori, who offers me a bewildered shrug. In that case, let me fill you in. Over the rest of dinner, we explained to Aiko how we want to trace the monster attacks to their source and hopefully stop them, and why we need a healer's help. I understand. Then we'll go to the Sacred Spring tomorrow? If that is your wish. She says it with such a great solemn... And they use... It's not a big word, it's a hard word to, like, actually... No one ever says this word. Because it's solemn. How would you say that? Solemnity? Solemnity? I've never seen that word actually said out loud. He says it with such a great solemn... in such a great solemn way, it makes my cheeks burn. Shiori scowls at her again. What have I got myself into? Tomorrow then. What a strange day. At least we're making progress. With Aiko on our side, we should be able to get past the Guardians. But why did she decide to become an adventurer in the first place? Oh well, maybe she'll tell us once she knows us better. The next morning, we meet up by the fountain. Does everyone know the plan? While you fight the Guardians, I sneak past the Sacred Spring and take a sample of the water. I hope the small glass container she gave me, since she says it won't work if I try to shove water into my inventory on its own. And I heal the two of you so you don't die. Once we have the water, we hightail it out of there. No heroics. Right, and no heroics means we're going to use our special thing to jump in the way of somebody. Oh, I wonder if they're both going to get attacked. And we have to pick which one to jump in front of. Right, in their current state, the Guardians are too dangerous to try to defeat. But we should also be looking for any sign of the monsters that attack the town. Sounds like we're ready. Follow me. As I lead the way out of town, the back of my neck prickles as though someone is watching me. I look over my shoulder. But... He just fades in for a second. Huh? He left so quickly I didn't get a look. But wasn't that the Guildmaster? Was he watching us? Hayato, is something wrong? No, sorry, I'm coming. It must have been my imagination. The Guildmaster wouldn't have any reason to spy on us. He was probably just passing by. I gave myself a shake and hurried to catch up with the others. Our journey back to the Sacred Spring is quick. My heart pounds and I wet my sweaty hands in my pants. No matter how safe Shiori claims it is, the memory of our deaths here makes me shudder. Ready, everyone? Now! Now! That's so bad. We fly into action according to our plan. Shiori bombards the attacking guards with one elemental spell after another. Fire, ice, lightning fill the air as I run forward. Aiko lingers behind her, out of the Guardian's reach. She doesn't fight with physical attacks, but with light-based magic. One of them evades the string of fireballs and rams me with his massive shoulder. I gasp and stumble from the pain. Cure! A refreshing coolness settles over me. The pain vanishes and my skin knits back together. I give Aiko a grateful smile and continue forward. The Guardians are intent on not letting us pass. However, since Aiko heals me every time they attack me and they can't ignore her and Shiori's attacks entirely, they can't stop me. I scramble between the enraged monsters and crouch by the side of the pool. There's no sign of the other monsters. I doubt they live here. Maybe their incursions are what have the Guardians so riled. One slams into me from behind and I nearly topple in the water. Right, there's no time to let my mind water. Eventually one will get in a hit or two against Aiko and then we'll be in trouble. Retrieve the container from my inventory and fill with water. It sure looks like regular hot water to me, but I'm no expert. I return to my inventory and stand. I've got it! Go! She raises her hand, a wall of ice forms behind me and blocks the Guardians that flee the Sacred Spring. The rage cries fall as we race away from the mountains. No, we did it. I keep thinking we're gonna have to do something, we never do. I think we lost them. Let's never do anything like that again. Cure. Her healing spell eases the stitch in my side, but can't relieve our exhaustion. We stay in silence for a few minutes, catching our breath. Phew, at least we got the water, right? I take it from my inventory and hold it up in triumph. Think it'll tell us anything important? There's only one way to find out. Let's go see Dr. Takizawa. She starts to walk away and I follow, but a startled cry from Aiko makes a stop. Dr. Takizawa, the mad scientist? What if the scientist... What if they didn't know it was a woman? Or what if it's a man and he created a potion that turns himself into a woman? How about that? Maybe that's the case. Dr. Takizawa is not a mad scientist. Yes, he is. His research has greatly aided our technological advances. At what cost? What are you implying? Before this can explode into an outright fight, a fight between angry mages is not something I want to witness, I hold up my hands. Calm down. Don't tell me to calm down, tell her to stop insulting Dr. Takizawa. I don't want anything to do with the mad scientist. He's not mad. Both of you, just calm down a minute. We continue to glare at each other, but at least they stop yelling. After a moment, they both give me expectant looks. I take a breath. I need to approach this very carefully not to make either of them angry with me. Aiko, why do you say Dr. Takizawa is mad? Have you ever seen him? He's crazy. He's always running dangerous experiments and shouting about how to do things for science. What does that say to you? Yep, that sure sounds like a mad scientist to me. Pretty much a textbook example of one. But from the look on Shiori's face, I better not say so out loud. Shiori, what do you think? Dr. Takizawa is eccentric and devoted to his work, but there's no proof he's done anything immoral or unnecessarily dangerous. More importantly, he's the only person who can give us a definite answer on whether the water from the sacred spring is regular water or something special. Alright, it can't hurt to pay him a visit. What? You're going to trust her word even though she's... I'm what? You have something to say about me, say it to my face. Calm down. Aiko, is there any reason to believe Dr. Takizawa will hurt us? Have there been unexplained deaths around him? Well, no. Mysterious disappearances? No. People who visit his lab and come out as werewolves or something? Fine, you've made your point, but I still think getting mixed up with a mad scientist is dangerous. He's perfectly sane. We're not getting mixed up with him. We'll visit his lab, ask him to analyze the water and leave. Fair enough? Well, alright. Who knows, maybe he's just one of these guys who's really strange but also brilliant. Like Nikola Tesla. Who? Never mind, let's go see Dr. Takizawa. Well, here we are. Beep. When Shiori led us through the field to the small building, I expected this sort of setup I'd see back home, but this place screams Mad Scientist Lab. Dr. Takizawa, are you here? Aiko looks as nervous as I feel as we regard the strange room and what appears to be several in-progress experiments, but Shiori barely gives it a second glance. Dr. Takizawa! I guess he's not here. Let's go home. Let's wait a little bit longer. Let's throw a save in real quick too. It's been a while, I think. Half an hour. Please say you're joking. Of course he's not joking. We can't give up that easily. Dr. Takizawa! Even as she steps towards a door that must lead deeper in the facility, Aiko backs up towards the exit. She looks around as though she expects the scientist to spring from the shadows at any moment and capture us. Come to think of it, that might be a valid concern. For somewhere beyond the door, a loud screech rings out. I jump and so does Aiko. She whirls around and stumbles into the closest lab table. A beaker filled with an unknown liquid topples and crashes to the floor. Watch out! Eek. Green fire flares up from everywhere the liquid touches. Thankfully, none of it landed on Aiko, but it forms a barrier between us. Are you okay? I think so. I'd really like to turn to town now. We can't leave the lab like this. The whole place could catch on fire. Any ideas? Raise their hands and ice crystals fly towards the fire. They melt the moment they approach the flames. Wow, this stuff is powerful. Thanks for that insight. Hey, I was trying to help. I know Shiori really does want to help, but I can't help but sympathize with Aiko. She doesn't trust her to begin with. She didn't want to come to the lab, and now this happened. The mad scientist experiment exploded next to my feet. I'd be pretty annoyed. Oh my, what have you done? Huh? Who? The things I go through. Stand back. Ah. Didn't this guy look... Didn't the other guy look like this? He must have looked different. That's better. How do I... what do I do for his voice? I don't know. The flames are gone, as is the liquid they came from. One of the glass fragments of the beaker remain on the floor. Aiko gives them a wide berth as she hurries to stand closer to me. I try to give her a reassuring smile, but it's made more difficult by the fact that we've been joined by someone I can only assume is the mad scientist. Thank you, Dr. Takizawa. Indeed. You young lady, do you have any idea how much you've set back my work? That was part of a vital experiment. I'm sorry. Sorry? Bah, do you think sorry can undo this damage? My experiment, my precious experiment. I'm gonna stand up. Yeah, I'll stand up for her. It was an accident, sir. Accident? You didn't come here just to sabotage my experiments? No. Does this sort of thing happen to him often? Are you sure? I'm positive. You should know I wouldn't bring saboteurs here, Doctor. There's too many people going on right now. I can't figure it out. True, you'll have always shown me support. He glances at Aiko. In that case, I accept your apology, young lady. Okay. What sort of experiment was it? Oh, distilled monster blood mixed with a reagent in order for me to learn more about its composition and chemical structure. I feel like, am I doing the same thing I did for Guildmaster? I think it's slightly different. I'm doing an uptick on the end of the sentence instead of fluctuating up and down as I go. Oh well. So the advantage of when I was recording games like this for YouTube rather than doing them on Twitch is I would do like 40 minutes at a time for to cut up into 2 episodes, and then I'd be editing them and being able to watch back what I did with the voices. Now I'm just trying to remember it. But yeah, we're doing what we can here. Monster blood. Are you trying to learn about the attacks of town? More about the attacks on the town? That's a good idea. This came from regular monsters, though. Oh, that was not right. The one's called whammers. In fact, I have a few in the downstairs laboratory if you'd like to learn more about my experiments. Aiko wilts. She seems about as unhappy as I feel at the thought of someone conducting experiments on those cute little whammers. Why are you experimenting on whammers? I like saying whammers. Why? Why experiment on anything, my boy? For science. Awawawa. Awawa. What? Is that a common sound? Awawa. She looks like she might cry. For my part, I just stare at Dr. Takizawa. I can't believe I'm talking to someone who unironically shouted for science. Ahem, we aren't here to discuss whammers. My female voices are absolutely terrible. I know they're absolutely terrible, but... Oh yes, you came to sabotage my experiments. No. Has my brilliance been recognized to such a degree that I'm about to receive an award? And a grant? And perhaps a larger research facility? No. You're not here to sue me, are you? Sue, they have lawyers here. Come on, Dr. Takizawa. You know how much it costs to hire a lawyer. But I've never seen this young man before. He looks like a lawyer to me. But I'm carrying a sword. So... do lawyers usually carry swords? Of course they do. They're adventurers, after all. Don't mind him, Doctor. He has amnesia. Oh, you do? If I could just run a few tests, young man. No, I'm fine. Becoming a test subject is on my list of things to do today. If they say lawyers are adventurers who carry swords, fine, I believe them. Not only can I vouch for him, but I promise we're not here to sue you. Then why are you here? We would like you to analyze a water sample from the sacred spring. Didn't do a voice at all. She nods to me and I retrieve the precious container from my inventory. I hold it out to the scientist who accepts it with a gleeful expression. The sacred spring! How many years have I yearned to study it? Yet these fools always stood in my way. I really hope we haven't broken any rules of their religion by turning over the water sample. Now at last, I will show them all! Right. Well, we're interested in knowing if the water has any special properties. I shall test it immediately. However, it will take time to properly analyze the results. You return tomorrow. Of course. Thank you. Thank you for giving me this opportunity. The water of the sacred spring in my hands at last. As we leave the laboratory, I can't help but wonder if what we did is really such a good thing. So I think what I was doing there is the cryologist? Yeah, I think it's cryologist is how you call it. Yeah, the cryologist from Futurama kind of is what I was doing there. You study cryonics. You're a cryologist. Right? I'm pretty sure. Okay. See, he's not a mad scientist. You're joking, right? Huh? I was about to ask if he played up the mad scientist persona on purpose. I guess I was trying to do like that because that guy was a scientist and he was kind of mad. Meh. No, that's his normal personality. Gods help us. I was gonna buy you dinner, Hayato, since you've been so helpful. But now if you're gonna say mean things about poor Dr. Takizawa, I stare at her. The man embodies nearly every mad scientist trope I can think of. Stop saying trope. That's my word. I started saying it, now the game's using it. They're stealing my words. I'll buy my own dinner. Ugh. You'll get used to Dr. Takizawa in time. You'll see. Sure. When we reach the end, we sit down to eat at a table together. That doesn't surprise me. After all, it's a minor enough argument. What does surprise me is when Aiko joins us. I mean, we still have to find a fourth member of the party. That's what we're waiting on. What are you doing here? Eating dinner with you. Is that a problem? Well, I lean close to Shiori so I can whisper in her ear. She's making an effort to get along with you. Can't you at least do the same? Ugh, fine. We eat together in tense silence for a few minutes, but then Shiori looks up with a smile. You know, I think we're really on to something here. The flower from the sacred spring was a great lead. What could it be, though? I bet the Dark Wolves stop at the sacred spring for some reason. That's what has the Guardian so upset. It must have something to do with the water. As we eat, I watch Aiko. Despite her earlier amusement, she now looks distinctly unhappy. Doesn't she want me to learn more about the Dark Wolves? But here's the thing, we easily beat up the Dark Wolves. We couldn't beat up the Guardians. Shouldn't the Guardians be able to easily stop those Dark Wolves? Tomorrow, we'll go see Dr. Takizawa again. Maybe his analysis of the water will point towards the monster's origin. Is that really what you want? What? Of course it is. Why? We want to stop the attacks, of course. Stop them? If we find the source of the Dark Wolves, we might be able to figure out why they're attacking the town. And then we can stop them forever. No, I'm mixing in voices. Are you sure that's a good idea? Huh? Do you want to live in constant fear of monsters? No? Then what's the problem? It won't be easy trying to stop the Dark Wolves. It could lead to a big quest, even a story quest. Yeah, I thought about that when we were on our way to the lab. This is probably the start of a story quest. Story quest? Could someone please explain for the guy with amnesia? I mean, I know what a story quest would be if I was playing a game, but this is real life. Quests to kill monsters or retrieve items are one thing, but surely something like this can't be classified as a quest. Now he's talking about it being real life. Story quest is a major undertaking that could change the world. But no one gave us this quest. People don't give you story quests. Then how is it a quest? What would you call it? Okay, now that I think about it, quest is as good a term as any for our mission to stop the monster attacks, but that isn't the problem here. Why story though? This isn't a story. Strange. What? Your amnesia seems to have targeted everything that has to do with adventuring, even slang. Slang? These world-shaping events became known as history quests because they were important parts of history. Over time, people shortened it to story quest until it became the more oh, whatever. You must be joking. Does it matter? No, I guess not, but why are you so worried about it? I'm not sure if our party is ready for a story quest. Well, if we get in over our heads, we'll rethink things, right? Something else is clearly bothering her. She stares at the table, but from time to time her gaze goes towards Shiori. Wait, is this going where I think it is? Why don't you come out and say it then, or are you too afraid? All at once, the pleasant atmosphere around our table vanishes, replaced by tension. I look at Shiori and then Aiko. What's going on? Should I be afraid? You wouldn't believe me if I said no. Go on. He stands up and glares at Aiko. Say it. Traders are 90% more likely to show up in a story quest than any other type of quest. What? In other words, she doesn't want to do this because she's afraid I'll murder the two of you. Oh, come on, that's ridiculous. And why would a story quest make it more likely anyway? Who would betray their party over a fetch quest? No, it has to be something serious. That's when the agent of the Empire shows her hand. What Empire? There's usually an evil empire. Is there one now? No. See? The secret prophet of the evil religion reveals her identity. I thought the gods here were benevolent. Okay, well, she still could be working for the monsters. Yeah, I'm sure the Dark Wolves are fantastic employers. You can tell by the way they attack without mercy. You could be part monster. Now, even she sounds uncertain. This is ridiculous. Look, we're investigating the monsters. If you don't want to, fine, leave. What? You're the one who asked to join our party. We didn't ask you. You were practically begging for a healer. Begging? For you? Ha! Don't make me laugh. I'll say it again. Leave. If you don't like being in our party, no one's forcing you to stay. Is antagonizing our healer really a good idea? It's okay, Aito. I don't mind. She's proving my point after all. What? Who is more likely to try to kick out other party members than the traitor? Ooh, you little... For a moment, I'm concerned Shiori will explode. Instead, she falls silent and turns away from our table. Quick strides carry her to the inn door. Wait, Shiori! Too late. She bursts out of the inn without a backward glance. Ugh. I turn my attention to Aiko. Now that the argument is over, she looks unhappy and subdued once again. To struggle, but I try to see things from her point of view. Even though the rumors about Shiori seem ridiculous to me, Aiko honestly believes them. In her mind, Shiori is a loose cannon, someone who could turn on us at any moment. Or at any minute. But then, why place herself in a situation where they'd be forced to go on quests together? I wonder why. Can anyone think of a single reason? Oh, he's just gonna ask, why did you join our party? I wanted to help you. When we first met, you said you didn't want to be an adventurer. Then there's Shiori. You don't trust her at all, so I become an adventurer to join her party. I mean, you don't have to tell me if you don't want to. I guess she doesn't want to talk about it. I try to think of a way to steer the conversation onto another topic, but before I can, Aiko sighs and meets my gaze. Do you know how death works for adventurers? I know the basics. If you're battling for a quest or experience, whoever you're fighting feels the same way. Both of you will respawn after death. But if one of you really wants to kill the other, whoever dies in the battle dies for real, right? Yes. That's why the monsters that attack the town are so dangerous. Enemies like that show up during story quests. One of the common signs you're on a story quest is when a party member dies for real. I guess that makes sense. What? I'm that party member. What? I already said that. I must be. Who is most likely to die to show how serious things are? The quiet healer, right? That's it, she's crazy. Absolutely crazy. That doesn't make any sense. Yes, it does. No, it doesn't. People don't die on quests for the sake of drama. Sure they do. We'll try to think about it like she does. Okay, maybe it's time I stop using logic from my world and attempt to use logic from hers. You're the only healer who would join our party. If you die, we won't have a healer with us for the rest of our story quest. Good point. Finally. Now I know I at least have until the final battle. Thank you. I suppose I should accept this as a partial victory. But you're a healer. It'll take quite a lot to kill you. It's not as tough as you might think. Healing magic is an instant, you know. It's not. Once you heal me during the battle, it certainly works fast. Everything takes time. The worse the injury, the longer it takes for healing magic to work. Don't forget that I need to have enough mana to use spells too. And what if the attack knocked me out? I can't heal myself if I'm unconscious. I guess. As I decided to become an adventurer though, I've been practicing. Wait, practicing what? Enduring pain. What does that mean? Enduring pain. What? What are you making such a scary face for? You're practicing how to endure pain? That sounds dangerous. Oh, it's not like I hurt myself intentionally, but if I do get hurt a little bit, I won't heal myself. Some healers use their magic for everything. Scrapes, bruises, stubbed toes, and then when they take a real injury in battle, the pain shocks them so much, they can't concentrate well enough to heal themselves. Really? Yikes. I know it just said yikes, but I like yikes. So don't overestimate my powers. I'll try not to, but I really don't know a lot about how healing magic works. Do you want a demonstration? That also sounds dangerous. Don't worry, a few days ago I accidentally scratched myself pretty badly. I'm mostly healed now, but I can use my magic to heal it the rest of the way and walk you through the process. I shrug. Alright, why not? Okay, she stands up. We're almost 2.5 hours in. Still no real fan service, man. Follow me. I don't know why healing demonstration. I guess the falling out of the tree a little bit. I don't know why healing demonstration has to be done prior, but then again, the ins other guests may not appreciate seeing wound heal when they're trying to eat. I get up and fall. Okay, is this cut in a sensitive area? Is that what we're looking at here? Okay. Aiko's room looks identical to the one I've been using. She sits on the edge of the bed and gestures for me to join her, so I sit down too. Let's save right here in case something spicy is gonna happen. Without warning, she begins taking off her clothes. Wait a minute. Okay, I was right. We finally hit our fan service. It was in a sensitive area. Why is she pulling out her bra strap? We can't make this section go away apparently. Huh? What are you doing? You said you wanted a demonstration of how healing works. Well, they all have collars or a necklace with something on it. Yes, but it won't do any good if you can't see the scratch. Why she got a Harry Potter scar? You didn't say where the scratch was. I like how the music changed too. Come closer so you can see. If you say so. No wonder she didn't want to do this where everyone could see. I sidled closer to Aiko. She's gonna do something. Closer. Where's the normal shy Aiko I've gotten used to? I move even closer. Okay, do you see this mark? It's almost healed now, but if you look closely. Hayato, are you paying attention? This is a bit distracting. I'm going to start healing myself now. Watch as it fades, see? It doesn't disappear all at once, it's a gradual process, even for something that's mostly healed already. I see. Now it probably looks like it's all healed, right? But if you touch a spot, the skin will feel differently there than the rest. Oh, don't touch it, don't do it. Don't touch it. Go on. Really? Yes, just put your hand right. See, this is where someone's supposed to jump in. So like the guildmaster like just runs in right now or something. Or like the mad scientist coming in right now because he's so excited because he found something would be a really good touch. The awkwardness of this situation seems to dawn on her at last, and she pulls away from me. Oh, boo. Well, on second thought, I think that should be enough to demonstrate how healing works. Wait, hold on. Is that how a knee would look? With that crease? I guess that's the kneecap. This caught my eyes, I turned to the right. That's okay. I think, sure. She hastily puts on her clothes. So technically 2 instances of fan service so far. The one was falling on Shiori, and now Aiko is showing us her tummy wound. So anyway, as you can see, I could be in danger if I was seriously injured. If you really believe you'll die on a quest, then why would you ever go on a quest? But because a traitor might kill someone in their party. You seem like a nice person, Hayato. You don't deserve to die. So, if I'm in your party, since I'm doomed to die anyway, Shiori will kill me instead of you. What? In a way, I'm touched that she'd risk her own life to protect mine. But it's absolutely insane, not to mention morbid. Let me do something here. Is this causing me to lag out at all? I got something running in the background for work, which is, I was worried, I had it minimized and now I'm brought up, but I just want to see if it does anything. I don't think it's going to do anything. Okay. Promise me you'll escape. It should happen sometime during or after the battle. It's not going to happen at all. Promise me. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Here, let's just oversave this. No. I can't promise that. Hayato. Seriously, if something goes wrong, we're getting out together. You just don't understand. With a sad shake of her head, she stands up. Alright, hold on. What happens if we say we promise? Okay, I promise, but don't worry, lots of sweet-natured healers survive to the end of the story, after all. And I don't believe Shiori is a traitor. Even though I know it's only your amnesia that makes you say that, it makes me feel better to hear it anyway. That's fine, we'll just stick with this. Thank you, I'll be there tomorrow when you return to Dr. Takizawa's lab. Don't worry about me, I'll be your party member until the end. As she walks away, I can't help but shake my head. This, if possible, is even weirder than the rumors about Shiori. At least there's some logic to suspecting the sole survivor of a destroyed village to have played a role in the disaster, but this? Assuming you're designated to die? The more I learn about this world, the less I understand it. In the morning, I head to the town square where Shiori's already waiting. Good morning, ready to go? We should wait for Aiko. Are you sure she's coming? I think about her disturbing conversation at the end. She's convinced she can save my life by being in our party when Shiori goes on her theoretical murderous rampage. She'll be here. Fine. Sure enough, after a few minutes, Aiko emerges from the inn and joins us. Good morning. Or not. Looks like she's still not happy about the situation. Of course, she thinks she's going to die, so that's understandable. Stretching. Let's get this over with. Oh, no, I gotta do this guy again. My laboratory looks about the same as it did yesterday. This time, Dr. Takizawa is in the man room. He rubs his hand together in glee when he sees us. Are you ready for the results of the experiment? Yes. He paces back and forth in front of us. At long last, I have been able to analyze the waters of the sacred spring. What mysteries would I uncover? The true nature of the gods, a scientific explanation for the blessing these waters bestow, an even greater mystery. From time to time, he waves his hands in the air to emphasize his points. First, I studied the composition of the water itself. Water, yes. Hydrogen, oxygen. The same composition in the water you might find anywhere. But was that truly the end? Or was there something more? I glance at Aiko, who shrugs. Shiori looks as casual as though Dr. Takizawa always launches in a monologue when asked to explain test results. I delved deeper and took a closer look. There was something strange about the water. Its atoms were different. Yet this was a mystery I could not solve through analysis alone. There's only one path open to me, an experiment. Turn to a girl with big boobs. Do it. Aiko leans close to me her in a whisper. Is he ever going to tell us the results? I hope so. Shh, let the doctor speak. I really doubt our whispering has even the slightest chance of slowing his explanation. For all attention he pays to us, he might as well be alone in the room. What would happen if a test subject drank the special water? Would I need more time? More water? I certainly hope he's not going to ask us to go back to the sacred spring again. One encounter with the Guardians was quite enough, thank you. I gave a tiny amount of water to a whammer, while the others drank from their normal supply. Then I observed them. I watched and waited, and you know what happened? Nothing. My heart sinks. However, the monologue continues. For the sake of science, there was only one thing left to do. I took the remaining water sample and drank it myself. When in doubt, experiment on yourself. This guy's a mad scientist, all right? At first, I experienced no effects whatsoever. However, or could it be true that the water of the sacred spring is merely regular water after all? In dismay, I returned to the whammer I used as my first test subject, and... Did it turn into a one with big boobs? Where's my one with big boobs? I'm getting angry. He pauses dramatically. And? The poor thing wasn't dead, the poor thing wasn't dead, was it? Certainly not, but for a fleeting moment, I realized it needed a bigger chamber. The one I gave it was too small. As I moved my captive whammers, the implications of this revelation hit me. Another dramatic pause. Aiko and I exchange dubious glances. Even Shiori seems a bit put off. It's very nice that the mad scientist decided to take better care of his test subjects, but what's that have to do with the water sample? I understood the whammers better than ever. Not just them, but all of my test subjects. At that moment I knew. The water of the sacred spring, the supposed blessing of the gods. They stem from the fabled power lost to mankind. Ascendancy. Hey, the game's named Heart. What's this game? Ascendant Hearts? Yeah, there we go. Silence follows Dr. Takizawa's pronouncement. I glance at Aiko, who shrugs, and then Shiori. She looks just as confused as me. We all turn to Dr. Takizawa. You could look a little more shocked, you know. A few gasps of awe wouldn't hurt. So, what you just told us is pretty significant then? Of course it is. Weren't you listening? The water is tied to ascendancy. I can't keep doing this voice. He needs to leave soon. What does that mean? Oh, that's not right. The scientist stares at each of us in turn. For once, he appears to be at a loss for words. His mouth opens and closes several times before he finally speaks. None of you have heard of ascendancy? No. Me neither. Don't look at me. Like we'd ask the guy with amnesia anyway. It's also called ascendant magic. Perhaps you've heard of that? No, I don't think so. Really? Blah. What are they teaching young adventurers these days? I suspect this is the doing of the High Cleric, or perhaps the Guildmaster, those fools, to suppress knowledge such as this. High Cleric Ninsei would never suppress the people's knowledge. He believes highly in education. Certainly he does, but there's always been rumors that the Ascendant magic is tied to the power of the gods. I say this water sample from the so-called Sacred Spring proves it. Great. We really have committed heresy or something. I've seen enough evil religions in video games to know this is a bad spot to be in. But I wouldn't rule out the Guildmaster as the culprit. Why would he do it? What do adventurers do all day? They run out and fight monsters for rewards. It is the guildmaster's livelihood, and I heard it began because he has a vendetta against monsters for something that happened long ago. What does that have to do with ascendancy? Its discovery could make people question his entire system, don't you see? Oh boy, come on. Why does he have to be so long-winded? I might have to get a drink here in a second. Hold on, no. Of course not, because we still know what ascendancy is. Could you please stop arguing over why we don't know about it and get to the point? Very well. Ascendancy, or ascendant magic, is a legendary class of magic that allowed people to communicate with monsters. What? You mean they could talk to them? I'm not sure why she's so shocked. So, stop with the S's. I'm not sure why she's so shocked. SSH when she considers it perfectly normal for monsters to participate in the adventure system. The more powerful ones could. Lesser examples of ascendancy merely resulted in a greater understanding of monsters. That is what I experienced when I ingested the water from the sacred spring. If a person drinks enough of the water, they could talk to monsters? Oh, I doubt that. It's far too weak an effect. To truly use ascendant magic, you need to be born with the ability, and it hasn't been seen in centuries. So either we know ascendant magic, or the fourth person in our parties can know ascendant magic. Okay, we got that. That's probably why no one talks about it anymore. It's old enough to be a myth. But now we have proven it to be true. He practically jumps. He jumped. Is he gonna do it again? Pip. 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 Pure scientific glee fills his voice. I suspect this explains the spring's blessings as well. Someone anointed with the water, and especially someone who drank it, would have a temporary understanding of monsters. They would be able to avoid danger, possibly find monster dens for quests, and let's begin on work on an official port at once. What a wonderful day for science! Wait, Dr. Takizawa, before we go, what effect does the water have on the monsters who drink it? I expected better of you, Shiori. Huh? I clearly explained in my earlier speech that it had no effect on my test subjects. Well, just kind of switch voices. That doesn't make any sense. The natural assumption is that monsters would be able to understand humans better, but ascendancy has always gone in one direction. Like the band, from the human to the monster. No, I mean, doesn't it make sense that the Dark Wolves would stop it doesn't make sense that the Dark Wolves would stop at the sacred spring. She's right, in all the excitement over having the water analyzed, I almost forgot original reasons for doing it. We're trying to understand the Dark Wolves. The sacred spring seems to be a step in the right direction. Excuse me. What are you talking about? What do the Dark Wolves have to do with this water? The last time they attacked Lightshire, they left behind one of the sacred spring's flowers. When we went to investigate, the guardians were agitated. We thought maybe the monster stopped there before teleporting to Lightshire. That's why we wanted the water up. We thought maybe the monster she talked there. We thought maybe the monster stopped there before teleporting to Lightshire. That's why we wanted the water analyzed. Clearly we should just drink the water and see what's going on with the guardians. At first he just stares at us, then he throws his hands in the air and races back and forth across the lab in the fastest example of pacing I've ever seen. What is science coming to? A lot of you have the least scientific minds I've ever seen. Analyze the water, you said. Discover its special properties. And for what? To answer a question about monsters that may or may not have anything to do with the water. Oh, he's actually angry. It just made sense. No! You found a connection between the Dark Wolves and the flowers, nothing more. But your unscientific minds leapt to the water. Bah, all this time, my experiments, my breakthrough. But it was still a great day for science, wasn't it? The scientist stops and frowns at me. His anger abates and he looks satisfied again. Why, you are correct. I did not do these experiments merely to help you, but for science. I feel like I'm starting to understand how Dr. Takizawa's mind works. It's a rather alarming realization. So we did all this for nothing? No, you did it for science. And we did learn something, even if it isn't what we expected. Still, though this doesn't help our mission to investigate the monsters at all. Dr. Takizawa clears his throat, that I keep having to do. We could give up on our quest. No, not happening. But we need to protect the town. Dr. Takizawa clears his throat again, a bit louder this time. Then, what are we going to do? I don't know. That was our only lead. I suppose we can investigate the sacred spring again, but aside from the water, I'm not sure what we could find there. The scientist clears his throat with such vigor, he sounds like he's choking to death. Are you okay, Doctor? Anyway, I guess we'll need to start from the beginning.
Enough! Can't you people take a hint?
We all stare at him.
You're overlooking the obvious.
The two girls look at me and I shrug. We return our puzzled gazes to the mad scientist, who clears his throat a few more times before he throws his arm up in disgust. Such unscientific minds! You erroneously linked the dark wolves to the water, and therefore took the water your friendly neighborhood scientist. You correctly linked the dark wolves to the flowers and gave up? Good heavens, if only there was a scientist who could analyze the flowers the way he analyzed the water. Hey, that's right. The idea never crossed my mind until he brought it up. No wonder he seemed so frustrated with us.
Would you do that for us, Dr. Takizawa?
Humph. I'd have hardly mentioned it only to change my mind at the last second. Bring me the flowers from the sacred spring and I'll analyze them. For a horrible moment, I'll worry we'll have to backtrack to the sacred spring and deal with the guardians again. Then I remember putting the original flower in my inventory. With a sigh of relief, I reach in my pocket and focus on accessing my items. It only takes a couple of tries before my fingers close around the small flower. I must be getting better at this. Here, hand it over to Dr. Takizawa. Wonderful. Now bring me 4 more. What? You thought 1 flower was enough for science? Bah! 5 is the minimum I need for valid and thorough experimentation. You mean we have to go back? It means we'll learn more about how to stop the Dark Wolves. I'm all for it. Hayata? Shouldn't we jump in the spring and drink some and then we'll understand the guardians and see what's going on? Plus that's the scene with us and the 2 girls in the hot spring. I hate agreeing with her because I'd rather do anything than return to the sacred spring, but I reluctantly nod. Fine, let's just get it over with. Oh, yes. Yay. Oh, but we're gonna have to talk to him again at some point, aren't we? That'll last like 10 minutes. Oh, my throat, okay. When we reach the sacred spring, it seems oddly peaceful. More like how I'd expect a sacred place to be, without monsters trying to kill us. This is a nice change. Speak for yourself. You'd rather the guardians attack us? This feels like a trap. We slowly walk up to the edge of the water, still no sign of the guardians. I pluck a handful of flowers and put them in my inventory. Since they're so small, I take a few extra just in case. You never know. Dr. Takizawa might say something like, "These are the perfect for my first experiment. But bring me 5 more for the sake of science." That's Hayato doing an impression of how I do Dr. Takizawa. See what I did there? That's it, we can leave. Seems like it. Now let's get in the hot spring. Good, Uh-oh. Is it finally time to meet our 4th person? Who are you? The voice makes all of us jump. I place my hand on my sword. I can't help but feel that the person who spoke. It's probably the reason the guardians aren't around. Anyone who can subdue the guardians makes me nervous. Is it that swordsman? Or is it our next lady? Moving above us catches my eye. Someone stands on a rocky ledge high above us. What's it gonna be? So it's a ninja. It's a busty ninja. I don't know if this is the character. How would I do this voice? Well, let's just start. What is your business here? Looking for some flowers. Why? I need to figure out a way to do this voice. I don't know if this is gonna be a character for a long time. If I do a sultry voice. Well, we need to figure out some more about her first. Aren't they holy flowers used in ceremonies? It's almost as though she suspects we have no reason for wanting them. Religious reasons. I feel like she doesn't believe me. Could she somehow know we're taking her to Dr. Takizawa? Sacred Spring is a holy place. You can't forbid people from coming here. Fine then. Be on your way. Oh, that's not a good voice. She leaps down from the rock and lands right in front of us. I stumble backward in surprise, and Aiko loses her balance and falls into the sacred spring with a cry. Shiori looks like she's about to bombard the stranger with fireballs, but the mysterious woman darts forward like a blur and shoves her off balance into the water. Why you? She's a ninja. How would a ninja sound? Hush? No, I can't do like a quiet voice because I'm already doing that. I could do a nasally voice, but that'd be terrible. The stranger's already on her way down the mountain. She leaves as quickly as she arrived. I guess I'm kind of already doing a nasally voice for Shiori. Soaked and dripping with sacred water, Shiori and Aiko climb out of the pool. Good news is that if Dr. Takizawa's hypothesis about the water's so-called blessing is true, they'll be able to avoid monsters for a while. What was that all about? I'm trying to think what a stoic
a stoic female voice would be. That I could actually, and how I would inflect that, because I'm not doing like real female voices.
Maybe she has something to do with the Dark Wolves.
That could be it. Maybe she comes here to drink the water and then gives the Dark Wolves orders to attack the town. Well, that's actually kind of clever. What Dr. Takizawa said, that wouldn't actually work, but he could be mistaken. I'm not sure we should take the word of the mad scientist as law. My neck prickles as though someone is watching us. I whirl toward the mountain and scan the ledge where strangers stood before, but I can't see anyone. If someone's there, they know how to stay out of sight.
Whoever she is, she was certainly rude, pushing me into the sacred spring like that. Haha, is that all it takes to stop a mage? That's good to know. Oh, shut up. You look just as silly as I do.
Let's get out of here.
They both fell into the spring, and nothing like... We didn't get any service out of it. Come on.
Well, I spoke too soon.
We'll leave as soon as we dry our clothes.
Here? What if the Guardians come back?
They're still calm.
Yes, I feel it too. Besides, it's not healthy to stay in wet clothes for long.
Trust me, I'm a healer.
Okay, if you insist.
Hayato, why don't you take a look around while we dry our clothes? Hayato, why don't you take a look around while we dry our clothes? This is the perfect time to check for any clues we might have missed. I'll call you when we're ready.
Now we're gonna get ready to save because we're gonna take a peek. The last thing I want to do is poke around a mountain that's inhabited by guardians, possibly visited by dark wolves, and had at least one mysterious stranger lurking around. But Shiori and Aiko both fix me with expectant stares. Oh, alright. In truth, I'm a bit curious about how they plan to dry their clothes. An elemental mage might have a pretty exciting technique, and I picture Shiori surrounding herself and Aiko with rings of fire. Nevertheless, I helped a small path that leads away from the spring itself deeper into the mountains. I'm gonna save it just in case something happens anyway. I should be saving every so often in case like somehow the game crashes or whatever. The rest of the sacred spring area isn't very interesting. It's mainly full of rocks without anything I consider even a vague clue. Then I find something more interesting. A bit too interesting. Oh no, it's a guardian. Oh. They tricked me. They tricked me. Nice guardian. Calm or not, it still looks threatening. It also looks like its relaxed state of mind might disappear at any moment. It eyes me as though debating about how quickly it should kill me. Sorry, I didn't mean to disturb you. I'll just, go now. Why don't you take a drink of the water? I back away from the guardian's territory and make a beeline. Oh, he's not at the spring. Make a beeline back for the sacred spring. Whether they're finished or not, we need to get out of here. Sticking around will be far worse for the health than wearing wet clothes. Hey, we need to, okay, here we go. We need to, There we go. We were waiting for the scene.
What are you doing?
Me? What are you two doing?
We're letting our clothes dry, remember?
You didn't tell me you were going to take them off.
Did you seriously think we were going to dry our clothes while wearing them?
Yes, actually, I did.
Idiot.
But what are you doing in the sacred spring?
Relaxing in its waters, obviously. Did you lose your memory of...
Well, that's Aiko.
Did you lose your memory of hot springs, Hayato?
No, but you didn't say... But didn't you say this was a sacred place?
Yes, it's a sacred spring, and that's an important part of why we're investigating, remember?
I'm trying to look to see if I need to be worried about something. The nipple or a spot on my screen. I put my head past the mic. I'm trying to determine if there's a nipple or a spot on my screen. I believe it's a spot on my screen, but if there's a nipple, I gotta be worried.
Is something wrong? He's just stalling so he can keep staring at us.
No, I'm not. Is it okay to bathe in the sacred spring? I mean, isn't that sort of disrespectful?
The gods gave us the secret hot spring for a reason. It'd be disrespectful to ignore it. Besides, we need all the blessings we can get.
Blessings?
Yes.
She speaks... Oh, I didn't speak slowly. She speaks slowly as though she's starting to believe I'm dense.
The waters of the sacred spring grant people the blessing of the gods. Or, as we know from Dr. Takizawa,
you can be blessed by sitting in a hot spring? They exchange glances.
Yes, but only the sacred spring. It's a common ritual. People regularly make pilgrimages here.
Pilgrimages to bathe in hot springs. Now I've heard everything. I tried to imagine Ninsei leading a group of people here for this purpose, but it's too ridiculous.
Why did you come back anyway? Shiori said she'd call you.
He came to spy on us, that's why. No, I came because there are guardians around.
No kidding, they live here, remember? But... Thanks... Sorry. I'm sorry. I'm really sorry. Thanks to the waters of the sacred spring, we can tell we're in no danger from the Guardians. Dr. Takizawa's hypothesis was correct. Try to imagine the look on the scientist's face if he knew they'd use his theory about the water and ascendancy to determine whether or not it's safe to bathe in the sacred spring. Now, are you going to keep staring or... No, Save. Stall for time. I glanced in the direction I came and then back at them. You didn't see the way the Guardian looked at me. Maybe you two are safe from it, but I'm not sure about myself. Hayato! Stop staring! Right, I'm going. Under the circumstances, it's probably safer to take my chances with the Guardians than with two enraged mages. Well, I don't think a choice there would really matter, at least I would sure hope it didn't. But, you never know. If it did, we can load and then skip to get back to where we were if we do something up. I wandered around the mountain and tried to avoid the Guardians until Shiori finally calls my name. I approached the sacred spring cautiously. That was very rude of you, early Hayato. I didn't do it on purpose. A likely story. Come on, we should leave before the Guardians become restless. Oh no. No, you're killing me. You're killing me. What took you so long? Shiori scowls and Aiko hides her face. They had a close encounter with the water of the sacred spring. The good news is, the water really did tell them whether or not there was any danger from the monsters. Oh? Going for a swim is hardly scientific, but I suppose I can't fault your enthusiasm. It wasn't quite like that. Just give him the flowers. Her tone makes it clear that if I waste any more time, she'll take out her annoyance at the stranger on me instead. I hastily retrieve the collection of flowers from my inventory and hold them out to the scientist. Excellent! Oh, and I see you brought more than the 4 I asked for. You do realize I won't hand out quest rewards for this, correct? Yes, I just want to make sure you had enough for all of your experiments. Aha! I admire your devotion to science. More like my devotion to never dealing with the Guardians again. How quickly can you analyze the flowers? 3 days. 3 days? I know, it's rather impressive, isn't it? Once you become a true scientist like myself, you'll find that you can manage your time quite effectively too. No, I am not impressed. We can't wait 3 days. These things take time. Well, what are we supposed to do for the next 3 days? Oh. Looks like she's thinking of something we can do. I don't know what I'm doing. Okay. Whatever you adventurers normally do. Now shoo, all of you, or I won't analyze the flowers at all. Looks like it's 3 days or nothing. We'll have to accept it. Oh, I can't believe we have to wait. We're not on a deadline. Every day we don't stop the Dark Wolves is one more day they could attack. Whiteshire's been fortunate so far, but we can't keep going like this. Hey, what if we try to research that legendary magic he told us about? Ascendancy? I thought we decided it has nothing to do with the monsters. We don't know that for sure, and that woman at the Sacred Spring didn't seem like she was there for religious reasons. This might still be important. Right, let's split up and see if we can learn anything at all about Ascendancy or Ascendant magic. Meet at the end this evening to share our findings, agreed? Agreed. I think we're gonna go until we go to sleep. And then that'd probably be a good spot to stop. We didn't get a ton of stuff going here, but we got a little bit of fan service. Learn about these two ladies. And hopefully, even though I'm a slow reader, like another 3 to 4 hour session sometime next week will be enough to kind of finish up the game. It feels weird to be here by myself. I look around for someone to talk to and finally approach the counter returning quest. Excuse me? Yes? Have you ever heard of Ascendancy? Have I heard of what? Ascendancy. It's also called Ascendant Magic. Is that a new method of flight? Not even close. I have no idea. Oh, thanks anyway. I look for someone else to ask. She calls after me. Hey, you're the new guy who joined Shiori's party, right? Yes. You want to give me a hard time about Shiori again? The guildmaster was asking about you. Me? Why? No idea. He wanted to know who you are, where you came from, how you ended up working with Shiori, that sort of thing. I see. See him around, maybe you should talk to him. Alright, thanks for letting me know. It's a little weird though. I know he tried to warn me about Shiori, but what would make the guildmaster take specific interest in me? Well, if I run into him, I'll talk to him. Right now though, I need to focus on asking people about Ascendant magic. Shouldn't he be a good guy to ask? That night, I arrived at the inn first. I spent the day walking up to random people and asking them if they ever heard of Ascendancy or Ascendant magic. No one had. On the plus side, at least they didn't seem put off by me asking. Many adventurers ask random questions of strangers all the time. The door opens and Aiko walks in. When she sees me, she joins me at the table. Any luck? No. Me neither. I have to wonder if she actually tried, given her feelings about continuing along the story quest. It'll probably insult her if I ask, though, so I keep those thoughts to myself. Shiori bursts into the inn next and runs to our table. You look excited. Did you learn something? Which do you want first, the good news or the bad news? The bad news. The good news. We look at each other. You always ask for the bad news first. That way the good news will cheer you up. If you say so. What's the bad news, Shiori? We can't get in the place where you might learn more about Ascendancy. And the good news? I found a place where you might learn more about Ascendancy. Yeah, it really only works if I give the good news first. Well, what is this place and why can't we go there? Why did she look so excited when she came in if she didn't find anything that can actually help us? I returned to the ancient library of Kier to search for any reference to Ascendant magic. I found one, but it was only a tiny reference. It mentioned Ascendant magic as one of the primary interests of the worshippers at the Temple of Bazal. So what's the problem? Bazal? I've heard that name. Temple of Bazal is one of the more popular raids. Raid? You mean like a raid quest? You know about raids? Is your memory returning? Ooh, squeaking. My memory of RPGs is just fine, thank you. My knowledge of how those things correspond in this world is still not so good. Could you refresh my memory? I don't know much about raids either. Okay. Rare adventure item dungeons are special occasions filled with powerful monsters. They always contain fantastic rewards for any adventurer who makes it to the end. They're called raids because of the acronym, and because at the start, adventurers would rush in to try to raid the rewards before anyone else. That was before they knew the rewards would replenish. Why do they replenish? I assume the monsters get new items ready. Why? Or maybe the gods replace the rewards. That makes sense. No, it doesn't. But, oh, never mind. So if we do this raid, we'll learn more about Ascendant magic? We might. However, the Temple of Bazal has only been a party with at least 4 members. So no, okay, we gotta go get Ninja. Oh. Silence descends over us. It was hard enough getting Aiko to join. How can we possibly get a 4th member? Well, I guess we have to try, right? Last time, when we posted our request for a healer, we left to wait. This time we stay in the hopes of roping in anyone who seems even a little interested. Our request is simple. We need a temporary party member for a single quest in the Temple of Bazal. One by one, adventurers walk to the board to look at requests. One by one, they read our notes and hurry without more than a quick glance in our direction. By the time 5 people have ignored a request, I'm a bit annoyed. It's time to take a more direct approach. When the next adventurer reads it, I step forward. Hi. What are you doing? I'm a new adventurer and I've never been on a raid before. Want to join my party to help me out? The adventurer gives me a withering stare. By your party, do you mean hers? I glance back at Shiori. Well, yes, we're in the same party. No thanks. I glance at the adventurers departing back. This is ridiculous. Another person arrives to check their quest. She reads the notes, gives us a quick look, and turns away. I step forward to stop her. Hey, I'm a new adventurer and would like to try out this raid. I'm not joining the traders party. The Clemson party now. There's no logical reason to believe Shiori would betray anyone. Besides, it's just a raid. Why would she betray us on a raid? I'm not taking any chances. Ugh. Defeated, I step back to wait in silence again. Hearing their absurd beliefs about Shiori makes it even worse. She doesn't seem as angry as I expected, though. Annoyed, yes, but not as much as she should for someone who everyone believes is a traitor. Someone else arrives to look over the quest. She ignores our notice. Then another one arrives. He reads it and shakes his head. Aiko steps forward. Huh? What are you? It's okay. I'm the one the traitor will kill on our quest, so you'll be perfectly safe if you join our party. Don't say things like that. Wait, she believes what? The adventurer leaves, but Aiko waves urgently to the next one arrives. Won't you join our party? Just for a single dungeon. I'm the one who's doomed to die anyway. Stop saying that. Despite her efforts, it still isn't enough to sway anyone. We stay there until late in the evening when we finally give it up as a lost cause and decide to try again tomorrow. Here, we'll wait until we get to something here. I thought if we were going to go to a night scene, we were going to do it there, but we'll keep going for a little bit. After a long morning of failed recruitment attempts, we gather at the inn to commiserate. Why are you going to put commiserate twice in there? And have lunch and try to think of a new plan, but mainly commiserate. Oh, that's why I put it twice. This is the worst. It's all my fault. I'm sorry. Don't blame yourself. But it is my fault. You two have better luck forming your own party and asking for 2 new members. What would be the point of that? This is your quest. I stared at her in shock. I expected her to leave at the first opportunity to have Shiori leave our party. She seems to be at a loss for words. Of course, we could give up. Not a chance. Then... Ugh. I guess we need a new plan. The Temple of Bazaar is out. Dr. Takizawa still needs a couple days to complete his research. I don't suppose either of you found any references to ascendancy? Nope. None. Then where do we go from here? Before either of us can answer, an unfamiliar voice cuts through our conversation. It's a ninja. How do I want to do this voice? He's clearly important. He's going to be a member of the party. I go high-pitched. You go to the temple? No. Nope. You go to the Temple of Bazaar. We could try this and it'll be absolutely terrible. A woman? Oh, this isn't the same ninja? Okay, so this isn't the same ninja, sorry. I thought this was the same, hold on. I can't go past that. Okay. Oh, no. Load. Okay, not the same person, my bad. Woman I've never seen before walks up to her table. Not only is she carrying unsheathed daggers, but the way she moves makes her seem dangerous. I'm sure I've known someone like her in town. The baffled look on Shiori and Aiko's faces, they don't know her either. Who are you? My name is Chise, or Chise. Achievement unlocked party. I'm your 4th party member. We all stare at the woman. I know we posed a request for a new party member, and we can't exactly afford to be picky about whom we take, but I didn't expect someone to approach us so bluntly about it. She sits at the table with us. Well, don't gawk. We need to prepare for the Temple Bazaar. Are we going today? That's probably terrible and annoying. Shiori recovers her composure first. So that other ninja wasn't the other party member? Yes, we can go today, as long as everyone is ready. The sooner we get it over with, the better. Sure, let's go today. Doesn't matter why she wants to join us. We need a party member. We're not worried about her being a traitor. We need a party member and she's interested. That's all I need to know. Hayato, Aiko, neither of you has been on a raid before, correct? That's right. Well, yes. It's not like I can tell her I've gone on raids in MMORPGs. I bet she'll think I'm crazy. At worst, MMORPG means something here and I'll have accidentally declared membership to some secret cult. I'm reading some of this too fast. What about you, Chise? That didn't work. I've gone on many raids. In fact, I've been to the Temple of Bazaar many times. Oh my god, that's not gonna work. I mean, we're gonna be ending here in a minute or two, and then before next time, I'll see if I can come up with something better. I could make her British and do a terrible British accent, and she'd just be Mrs. Doubtfire. Is that why she wants to join us? It's her favorite dungeon or something, enough to overcome even Shiori's reputation? This one will be a little different. We aren't going to grab the rewards and rush for the boss. We need to do research along the way. Research? Supposedly, the worshippers were interested in Ascendant magic. That's the legendary power. No, that's not going to work either. The legendary power is said to allow people to communicate with monsters. You've heard of it? Obviously. Dr. Takizawa would be so happy. Why are you researching it? It could have something to do with the Dark Wolves. And then there's this mysterious woman at the Sacred Spring. I can't shake that strange encounter from my mind. It could have been coincidence that we were at the Sacred Spring to investigate attacks when she appeared. Could it? Or it couldn't be, okay. It seemed like she wanted us to leave as quickly as possible, like she had something to hide. Then again, she left before us. Maybe she's naturally antagonistic. On the other hand, in this place, that could have been the start of a side quest. The point is, we want to search the Temple of Bazaal for any information about Ascendant magic. Still interested? Yes! That's actually not too bad, as long as I don't go too high with it. Great, when can we leave? Wait, if we're going to the Temple of Bazaal raid, we need to stock up on curatives. Good point. Why? I mean, we have a healer. No offense to your healer, but I'd rather not place all our hopes on her. But it's okay. I wouldn't want everyone depending on me anyway. Nevertheless, she sounds a little put out as she says it. The Temple of Bazaal is extremely dangerous, particularly if you plan to poke in every nook and cranny for clues about Ascendant magic. Okay, okay. She rises from the table. I'll stock up on items. I guess I could just not do as much inflection and just do the voice. We watch her leave the inn and then exchange baffled glances with one another. Is it just my amnesia or is this a little weird? On one hand, people join new parties all the time. Some adventurers wait around till a party has an opening, especially if it's for a specific quest. She did say she has a lot of experience with the Temple of Bazaal. She might be a professional raider. And on the other hand, I find it hard to believe we're the only party planning to do this raid in the near future. Why did she pick us? Maybe she wanted to help us out. Maybe. The dubious note in her voice suggests she doesn't share Aiko's optimistic appraisal of our new party member. Wait a minute, I see where this is going. This is the part where a mysterious person joins us and our party becomes divided due to mistrust and lack of communication. Oh no, I'm not letting that happen. Let's ask her about it. What? Ask. We walk up to her and say, hey, why do you want to join our party? Easy. And if she doesn't answer, she will. They both look a little skeptical about that, but I stand up and lead the way out of the inn. Yeah, we'll resolve this. And then before we actually raid, we'll call it a day. There you are. I bought several curatives. Add me to the party so we can all use them. Add her to the party? How? When Aiko joined, she just joined. Your party leader needs to add me. Now she's too upbeat. I glance over my shoulder and Shiori and Aiko join us. Shiori, is there a way to add Chisei to our party? Yes, but first... She fixes Chisei with an intense stare. Why do you want to join our party? I wince. When I said in the inn, in a casual, curious tone. Shiori, however, makes it sound like an accusation. I have my reasons. No, that's too close to Shiori now. I have my reasons. And that'll probably be too tough. What are they? For the time being, I prefer to keep that information to myself. Well, I could make her stuck up. I could make her I feel like I need to know more about her character. What I could do. Has anyone else even offered to join your party? No. Then you need me if you want to enter the Temple of Bazaal. That could work. She's right. I glance at Shiori and give a tiny nod. She doesn't look happy, but she sighs. Fine, you're in. Perfect. No, that's too loud. Once again, she leaves first. As she heads towards the field, we follow at a slower pace. Now what? It's awfully strange that she won't tell us why she wanted to join. I'll keep an eye on her. Doesn't seem overtly suspicious, but this world doesn't play by the rules I know. Everyone here thinks Shiori could be a treacherous party member, because apparently traitors show up often enough to make it a valid concern to them. Good idea. If she makes a false move, we strike. Strike. I really hope it doesn't come to that. Okay. Yeah, we'll go ahead and call it here, so let's do a save. We'll just override this save. And then we will pick it up next time. Right back here as we're getting ready to go on the raid, and then I'll think through what voice I might want to do for Chisei. But thanks for coming out, Meowka, XHC2. I think Sapphire might have dropped out a bit ago, but anyone who was here during the actual stream, thanks for coming out. Having people actually here definitely made it more enjoyable. If you're watching the VOD, I thank you for watching from that as well. I'm probably putting this on YouTube. If I am, I might be doing a different outro for that. But yeah, we'll definitely be back with this. I don't want to 100% commit to Wednesday,
But that's probably the next time I get a chance. Saturday I still want to do Throne of Lies. Sunday I still want to do Witcher 3. So we'll probably be back with this on Wednesday. Assuming I don't have to cancel again because I'm stuck at work. Hopefully work's calming down a bit. This was a good stress relief. Playing just something completely dumb and off the wall, so it's kind of nice. But we'll plan on Wednesday, next Wednesday, going for 3 to 4 hours until we finish it. If it actually takes 4 to 6 to finish, longer if we're reading out loud, hopefully we're halfway. Then we can just pump it out and do something. Plus a week, you know, it gives me a chance to drink some tea with honey. Get prepared to do better voices. But thanks for hanging out. I actually really enjoy this. This does seem to be more along the lines of the game I was looking for. It's not like overly comedic, but it just kind of, it doesn't strive to be comedic. It does it in a like a tongue-in-cheek kind of way, kind of a parody of games way, and I like that. So having fun with it. But thanks again for watching the stream. I really hope you enjoyed it. As always, please have a great day. Thank you very much for watching. If you made it all the way through this VOD and then just go over and watch it on Twitch, I really appreciate it. If you did enjoy it, please go ahead and leave a like, leave a comment, subscribe to the channel, or follow me on Twitch or Twitter. Both are StugeGG. But we might continue to do this in the future, put the VODs on YouTube. It's fairly simple. It's just going to take a while to upload and render and everything like that. But otherwise, I hope to see you guys. Come check out the Twitch stream, which is going to be much more active than the YouTube channel going forward, just because I don't have so much time to devote to both, and I like Twitch better. I'll do a video about that coming up. Thank you very much for watching. I really hope you enjoyed it. As always, please have a great day.